Hello, hello, hello. How we doings? How we doings? How we doings? Right. Hold his return. I am back. I am well fed. I am well watered. I think it's probably time to do some delves, isn't it? It really feels like it's delve season right now. We need to push some delves. We need to get some bountiful delves done. Since finding out that we need flipping 4,000 million delves, I think it's actually 23 delves at tier 11 on Bountiful to even unlock the maps, which is a big source of our... Maps are a big source of our hero gear. Piece of hero gear each week for completing our map. Means I really don't want to go 2, 3, 4 weeks without having access to those. We are going to have to chip away at some of this seasonal journey. Blizzard is pushing the engagement flipping button again. But we'll deal with it. Let's get some thaumaturgy up and running in the background while we do it. Have any mats gone bananas? Are there any materials here I should actually be just straight up selling right now? Have they anything gone bananas yet? I suspect nothing particularly going too bananas yet. Certainly not quality 2 stuff. Q3 stuff might be popping. But Q2 stuff might be good for a little while still. Need to process some of the good stuff soon. Maybe let's get through the last of this leather. And then we're on the home stretch. Especially on 4 counts at the same time. It's kind of good to know that we are kind of playing the game of 1 pet per week when it comes to these Ecodome business, which is good. I know it seems like a bit of a waste to have spent 4 hours testing that shit earlier today on season launch day, but the sooner we find out, the sooner we don't have to worry about it, the sooner we know. Let's get these lot up and running. Right, you lot go gadget go. Let's do we dive straight into delves? That's the question. Do we dive straight into delves, or the alternative is, this is one thing I wanted to double check, is, what's his name? Tazavesh. What's an M0 Tazavesh give us? Since that's open today as well, isn't it? That's alive. 694. M0 Tazavesh. M0 Tazavesh dishing out hero gear. That might be difficult to turn down. And in fact, that might be a very, very good opportunity to catch some upgrades. And this is something we just do on the slow and steady. There's no zoom, there's no crazy bonkers level rush with this. Any luck selling the pet from the Ecodome? No, I don't expect it will. I really don't expect it will sell today. It's certainly not the prices they're being listed at, but it's one of those you have to, you don't try, you don't know. But the prices on them are still pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. How have we got... Oh, interesting. Oh. You can both sell the caged one, and you can also sell the basic version of it. Ew. Ew. Okay, it's really annoying when there's 2 variations of everything. Okay. That's gonna cause some crazy wacky doodleness. But yeah, the TLDR is I haven't sold it yet, and I don't expect to sell it. I'm quite sure we won't sell them anytime soon. Which one did we get? The impartial. One of these is ours. Yeah. Not expecting any sales at this price point, to be honest. But Mr. Norton, welcome in. You need 23 tier 11 delves and the weekly for the rank 2 journey. Yeah, it's actually bananas, isn't it? That's considering considering there are people that tinker with delves, but maybe do their 4 bountifuls, maybe 8 bountifuls a week. It's 8, 16, 24. You're basically looking at 3 weeks before you even get maps. So kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Plus, apparently, with the Delver's Journey only giving you, Delver's Journey only giving you, you only getting Delver's Journey, sorry, from the chest at the end means you also have to faff about with keys. There was a long section of delves last season where I basically didn't care about the gear that came out the box at the end. I just needed it for vault progress. But I was obviously in doing them getting Delver's Journey experience as well. Now I'm going to have to care about keys for a lot longer. Which means we might have to also worry about the flipping coffer shard business world quest doodahs for a lot longer. Yeah, these flipping things. Coffer key shards. We might have to care about these for a lot longer. What, these maps you're talking about? The map that drops off the Nemesis boss in Delves, which you can force the boss to spawn by using the what's it called this season? I've got one in my bag somewhere. One of these, the Shrieking Quartz. You can force it to spawn, or you just have to get lucky and wait for it to spawn. It spawns probably once every 10 delves naturally anyway. 40 keys ready to unlock boxes? Wait, there's no way you've got 40 keys ready already. Can you that, like, not on a single character, that's not even possible, right? I don't know how you'd even go about achieving that. Or did keys not reset or something? Oh, I've got 7 keys. Did these not reset? Did you collect all the rewards on your alt from all the rep guys? I've apparently got 48 of these knocking about. They do reset. Well, my add-on seems to think I've got a bunch of them still. Maybe it doesn't know they've reset. Yeah, it's it shows I got a bunch of them too. I'm not sure that's true though. I have a sneaky suspicion if I log on to those characters they don't exist. But I've somehow managed to get 7 already. Right, let's just do a delve anyway. Where is a bountiful delve today? Does our little take me to a bountiful thing work? Kriegville's Rest. That's flipping candles, isn't it? That's flipping candles. Candles. Candles for forks. Do you need a healer in the delve? I'm going to be honest. They were easier last season solo. Now, I usually don't object to bringing people along with, but they were significantly easier solo last season. As soon as you added 2 or 3 people to them, they kind of got a bit spicy. So let me give it a go solo, and if we start to struggle, then we might look at grouping up and doing it. But we will see, we will see. A flicker gate may manifest within the delve. Finding it will provide additional rewards at the end of the delve. Bountiful delves always contain a flicker gate. Huh. Okay. Let's see if we do have the skills.
It's not junk, it's treasure.
Like Ellie Shaman gets nuked in 11. Bran tanks like half a pack and then dies. Yeah, I imagine tank Bran's probably not that good. I'm lucky my pet does the tanking for me and Bran does the healing. So I kind of create the perfect triangle myself, being a Beastmaster Hunter. Bran in healer mode. But we'll see. It could end up just being an absolute shit show, but we'll see. I did an 11 the other day, and it just had to be a slow and steady experience. So I'm assuming that might just be the way. Bountifuls are going to have to be done on 11 for Season Journey, even if they are slower. Meaning, as much as I'd like to just do 8s for Vault, we might actually have to look at doing 11s all the same. What's this then? Funny candle. That looks like a rocket to me. Doesn't look very candle-like. What's it do? Disables void bubbles and inflicts additional damage to shit. Oh, okay. Boom. Aha! Okay, nice. Like it. Now, there was a rare that spawned in some of these that absolutely ruined my day. I'm hoping that that rare has been hot fixed, because it was literally one-shotting people in 11. Mr. Gumdrops, welcome in. Good evening, fella. You elbow deep in Season 3? What's keeping you busy? We need to find more funny candles, apparently. Well, here's one. Do we have to be tactical with what we get rid of here? I guess that's the play, right? Get rid of what gets us to another candle. Mucking around with ATT and old content. Up to 80% now. Holy, that's pretty good going, man. That's pretty impressive. Ever since I got back into sort of more multi-account style stuff, I've seriously considered looking at like a category of ATT and just hammering it. Because if I can get like 5 times the progress by just taking 5 dudes to somewhere in the same place, I'd well, I'm aware of other people that have tried to do the same. In the space of 6 months, they've got like 20, 30, 40% in ATT, which is madness. An 11 Delve gives 701 in the vault. No, 694s, I think. I think it's still only 694s in the vault. But I must admit, I'm still kind of struggling to remember the bandings for everything right now. Can I pull these off their void thingy? Yes, I can. Because I've been told a few times that with this many alts and across this many accounts, there's literally nothing that's more than a few hours of effort away. Even when you think about it and you do the maths on it, even 1% drop chance is only like 20 teams away. When you think about it, I've got 95 max level characters right now. Even a 1% drop can be done in a week, unless RNG like screws you over. But there's almost nothing that's outside of like RNG reach if I want to go get it. But there is also way too much to do in the game. Wait, hang on. Something went ding. What did we sell? I can't check because I'm in a delve. What did we sell? Ah, meaty haunch. That's no fun. I was hoping that was going to be a 1,000,000 gold pet. The warbands, you could speed it up a lot of the time. Gated stuff. Yeah, true. Yeah. Oh, an invasive phase crawler. There's a rare look. That's not the name of the one that ruined my week last week. Oh shit, my pet's dead. I don't like the sound of that. Let's get you back up. I absolutely need to keep my pet alive. No pet, no Mantheus. Leave me alone. Don't pull me into the void. Tier 8 delves is giving 694s? Tier 8 delves aren't giving heroic track gear, surely not. There's no way tier 8s are giving heroic track gear, surely. We just clear this out of the way. There's a candle over there anyway. Well, we'll slow and steady our way through this. And we'll see what we get. Really is a slow and steady though. These first couple of weeks of delves are going to be slow, aren't they? Oh, Bran gained 4 experience. Okay, yeah, Bran's getting experience again now. You could get experience for Bran from completing tier 11 delves last week. I wonder if there's anybody out there that was crazy enough to level Bran up to 100 last week. I bet there was somebody. I bet there's a tank out there that did nothing but run delves all last week. Running over it heals you and reduces damage by 3 seconds. Okay. Right, let's get these fellas out of the way. People definitely flicker-gated him to 100 before they hotfixed it. I thought the gates only turned up. Don't you need a certain level of the Rishi Wraps to get the flicker gates outside of Bountiful Delves? How? Oh, was that because people also managed to get rank 4 capes as well? I don't know. Shit, there were so many bugs last week. I haven't got a clue. I'm so confused by what's legit and what's not. What players are sort of meant to have and what they're not. Ping? Why not ping Discord again? I'm a terrible human, aren't I? I'll do that when we're not in combat. Especially since it's a Wednesday evening and I don't usually stream at this time. People won't think to check. Can we pull you out of the voidy stuff, please? Come back this way. You're making shit stressful standing there. Bran hasn't got the health to be standing in that goo. Okay. Do we have a limit to how many of these rockets we have? I guess we probably do, don't we?
Oh, I need to rest after that one.
So maybe I shouldn't burn them on everything. Enabling minnow, that's equally not as fun. Let's get rid of this, because then we can pull these guys in slightly more. Oh, how did he lose like 90% of his health there? Does Dispelling the Void also damage the things that are on it? Well, that could be fun.
Nice find.
Only level 3 on the cloak. Is that where people should be? I know some people got 4 last week, but we're saying 3 is the they should be here position. Let me ping Discord quickly, because otherwise I will forget again. Please hold. Okay. Delves 9 through to 11 does not affect the Vault reward level. A bunch of tier 8s is all you need if you want max Vault, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, for max Vault, that is true. But I'm doing 11s, A, because I want to see how easy 11s become. But more importantly, they are the most valuable from a Delver's Journey perspective. You need to get at least to rank 2 on the Delver's Journey before you can get the maps, which for a player like me are quite an important source of hero track gear. If I can do some 11s to get my my seasonal journey up relatively quickly, the sooner I can start getting basically double the amount of hero track gear every week. So yes, you're right. Just for the purpose of the vault, you only need 8s, but. And for brand experience and stuff as well. Did I run out of... I've run out of... Oh my god. Does this hurt if we stand in it? Oh, there we go. Let's just run past anyway. So why did you say tier 8 doesn't give hero in the vault? No, it doesn't give hero upon completion. It qualifies you for hero track gear in the vault, yes. But you don't get you'll still get champion gear from the delve itself. I guess we need this rocket thing to get past this. Or we just sneaky through. Coming through. Ooh, I don't think I should be in this, should I? Gotcha. Void bubbles dispelled, reach the end of the zone. Okay. That. Yoink, coming through. Oh, what's that thing?
Treasure close by.
Why do I feel I want that thing? I ain't got any rockets. Can I just run and get it? Flickering spores will manifest upon delve completion. Okay. I'm learning as we go again. This is the, this seems to be the way we do things these days. Learn as we go. No, you stay over there. I need you to stay over there. Get off my ass, you stupid. 13 characters do the weeklies? Well, I mean, that'll do it. That'll do it. I wonder actually, did I get a key from every one of my alts that did the Ecodome stuff earlier? I probably did. There's probably 10 keys there. Other than the fact those characters have got absolutely zero chance of doing an 11. Because they have negative gear. Gear is going to be the second problem to that equation. Of which I have gear suitable to do 11s on maybe one character. No, sucky. Get off. Can I not get through this?
Here's your take of the spoils.
Go away. I can't target these tentacles and they don't go away. How's this a thing? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe we don't want to do that. Maybe we don't want to do that. Need to close like 7 of these, so let's get rid of that one. Oh, it does blow up whatever's on it. That's kind of clever. Let me blow up one that's got lots of shit on it then. Like you. Boom. Haha. Get wrecked. Oh. Maybe it doesn't blow up everything every time. Oh no, this is already too much. Don't overpull. Do not overpull. Bran, what are you doing? I had a nice death ball on the go then, Bran. Fucking idiot. Bran is a donut sometimes. The fact that he brings basically nothing to the table. It's a damn good thing his potions are effective, otherwise I'd sack him off. He brings mobs to the table, he does. He absolutely does. What are you? Oh, Bran now drops bombs. Oh, I can't see that going wrong at all, can you? Is that these things? Do we run over them? Oh, nice. Oh, actually, that seems to work. Okay, one. Sneaky, that one. Yoink. Get rid of this one. How many is that? 6. This will give us the last one. We need you. Can we just get rid of all of them? Oh, we save this one for the next room in case there's something scary. Like a big dark walker, yeah. Get that one freed up.
There's treasure close by.
Okay, so far so good. Just need to get to the end of the place now, apparently. And by all recollection, we're like halfway through. That's not really the end, is it? Well, we've been in what I would like to consider zero danger so far. So far at least I can live with this. Pretty slow, mind, but slow and steady does win. There's part of me that feels like we need to do 4 bountiful delves a day. At the very least on our hunter. I'm not easily going to be able to do the delves on my ult, certainly not to the same high level, so it becomes more important for me to do it on this dude, I reckon. I think. Chris, how we doing? Welcome in. Good evening, good evening. Brainstorming the best way to get delves sorted. Considering I'm at a position where I can probably only do high tier delves on a single toon. I can do lower tier delves. I can spam lower tier delves. But you lose a lot of value from the keys if you do them any less. Take you out. Way too sketchy. Raid tonight. Curious how far we're going to get. Well, best of luck. Best of luck. Oh, I'm out of candles. Rockets even. Oh shit, where do I get my rockets from? There's a rocket. When you trying to dual box? Oh, unfollow. Tier 8 on a 677 Hunter. It's tough, but doable. What's this thing? Crystallized Orbinid. Yeah, doing it on 2 at a time would probably speed things up. As long as stuff doesn't scale too hard. I know Season 2 was really unfriendly to group delving, which felt really odd to me. The health pools just got so ridiculous. I remember, in fact, it was with K-Chak, did a couple of delves. I think we were like 3-manning, maybe 4-manning the delves. And they were just ludicrously overtuned when you had more people in the team. I don't know if hunters just get it so good, being able to like heal, tank, and DPS, that I'm kind of just, my vision is kind of blurred. But they felt absolutely ludicrously overtuned with 3 or 4 members in the team. And that was when some of us started to have gear as well. That wasn't even like early season when we were like weak source. It was easy in heroic gear to do duos last of 8s, yeah. Yeah, once you got a bit of gear, it wasn't too bad, but I sneak through here? Wait, coming through. See you later. How do I deal with this shit Fiesta? That was probably not the way. Run in blindly was probably not the way. When's the Mage Delve stream? Well, if we need to do significant Delver's Journey in the next couple of weeks, I might have to put some priority on doing Bountiful Delves on alts, which Mage is not that far down the list. Can't be as problematic as Torghast though. Especially with the one button rotation. I can't fuck that up. Surely. Surely not. Oh, let's YOLO it. Let's do them both. One of these down at least. Out of curiosity, what does this debuff do? Movement speed reduced to maximum 5% damage per second, okay. So it's actually not that tragic to stand in this.
Found a bit of gold.
I'm not going to overpull because I have no idea what the boss is going to be like in here. It might take me a couple of runs to get the boss down. So probably want maximum lives. Don't do anything silly. Play it safe. Oh, that wasn't a pet either. It's a BOE. 3k for a BOE though. I'm kind of loving the price of the BOEs in this patch so far. Stopping the farming team from doing farming things has really slammed a weirdness on the price of the BOEs this patch.
You'll find me wherever the action is.
$243 million. You got that. Rid of the big one. And then, oh, annoyingly, I think we need. Fuck! I should have saved more rockets. Okay, let's just go gadget go. See what happens. I can't remember what this dude does. Oh, who the fuck interrupted that? There's brand new interrupts these days. Since when did he learn that button? I can't interrupt Hopeless Curse twice in a row though. Doesn't appear. Oh, you're just gonna follow me? How long are you going to follow me for? Oh, not very long. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Bran interrupted it. Fucking go on. No rocket his ass? 1.1 million damage to enemies. 1.1 million damage isn't going to make a big difference, is it? Rocket his ass, see what happens. Oh, shit! No, that's definitely more than 1.1 million damage. Okay. Right, 54,000 Bran experience. Bran hit 81. That wasn't too bad at all. If they're all that smooth, we'll take those. Right, Bountiful Heavy Trunk. Mythic Keystone. Flipping, of course. Runed Crests, Key, Strands, and Mana Tinted Glasses. Okay, yeah, we've got to collect Curios again, haven't we? Got a few of them the other day, but I don't think you could get the good ones till now. Nemesis Box.
That's more like it.
We got an upgraded Curio, 3 runed, and a bunch of undercoins. There's our Flickering Spoils. Oh, that was slightly underwhelming. Gilded Stash. Gilded, get the ball rolling. And then Big Key. Fucking belt. Jesus. Belts and cape. The amount of belts and capes knocking about is actually silly. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually silly the amount of belts and capes that are knocking about. That must be like what have we got so far, belts and cape wise? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. No, 4. 4 of my upgrades so far have been belts or capes, excluding the one that I got for my mage. Oh yeah, and the flipping plate one. Yeah, both the world boss twice. God, flipping out. They should just take them out the loot tables. All right, it's all good. Right.
Fantastic.
What do we get here? Temple Decelerator Crystal. Damaging an elite at 80% or above and 20% or below causes Bran to trigger the crystal energy. Reducing the elite's attacks and its cast speed by 30%. Killing the target whilst the debuff is active grants the party 4% haste buff. I've been using this Sands of Koresh so far. For a crit bonus. I don't know, like, well, I guess we'll figure out all of these once we got them, I suppose. Audio amplification crystal. Bran's voice is moderately amplified with arcane magic, causing his words to potentially grant the party buff based upon what was spoken. Oh Jesus! Hat in the combat slot, and one of the first 2 in the utility slot. Abyss, according to Haldran. Okay. Hat in the combat slot. Do I have a hat? Hatarang. Bran has a chance to pull out random hats and throw them at his enemies, dealing a moderate amount of damage, applying a debuff to 2 targets. Possible debuffs include a 20% damage taken, a 20% damage dealt decrease, and a 20% attack and cast speed decrease. Oh, there's no downside to that, is there really? I will just try this one because it's our strongest ability so far. Mana Tinted Glasses. Bran dons the Mana Tinted Glasses while in combat, increasing his damage done by 4% and damage taken by 5. No. Bran's already squishy. We're not having him flipping dying even faster. Dispelling the glasses will heal Bran for 25% of his health and stun nearby enemies. Yeah, that just sounds... That sounds doo-doo, doesn't it? Low rank, you take the hat. Okay. Alright, well there's one done. Numero uno. At least 3 more to do. Let's go turn in our... Where is it thing? Don't we get a quest for like 1500 journey or something? So how many runed breasts did we get from that? Was it 10? 11. 11 runed in an 11. Yeah, also thinking about it, another reason to get the flipping map unlocked ASAP is because it's another source of gilded, isn't it? The map. I'm pretty sure. Or was that only added later on in the season? And is that even the same this season? Wasn't completing the map like worth 10 gilded or something for you? Didn't that give you 31 gilded per week? It was from the get-go. Okay. Des, how we doing? Welcome in. Good evening to you. Increased with the boost. Yeah, okay. So there's another reason to get this Delver's Journey done ASAP, really. Possible.
Your frustration, Gaora,
It's just that's one of 23 tier 11 delves I need to do. One of 23. So that's like kind of crazy. Undercoin, crystals, bunch of journey stuff. Is there anything else remotely interesting? I can buy keys. Oh, no. No, you can't even buy keys until you've hit Journey Season... flipping hell. Okay. They have really tried to slow down the early progression in delves, haven't they? What's this thing do? Scan the environment, highlighting mislaid curiosities for the rest of the delve. 1,000 coins? I'm going to need these coins for keys later, I can tell. Or for later in the journey. Last season, I basically didn't bother with keys halfway through, because I couldn't be bothered to farm them. This time, I'm going to burn half of my undercoins into buying these keys, so that I don't have to farm them. I can see it happening already. Alright. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Other than the fact we got a dumb piece of gear. What was it? 684. Is this what we just got? Yeah. Dumb piece of gear because it clashes with our pay to win belt. Borrowed power belt. Also goes into the stack of not useful right now. Okay, where's the next one? Somebody with only one character, delves are now so time-gated, they're barely worth it for gearing. Yeah, they've clearly tried to make the early season progress, like, way slower. Not that I really think we were zug-zugging particularly last season. So I'm not sure where the feedback was that delves were too quick last season, but somebody at Blizzard seems to think they were. Interestingly, though, for me, I don't really have huge desire to gear particularly heavily this patch. Last season, I had good reason to do it, because killing rares in the Undermine, the more geared I could get last season, the faster I could kill the delves. Faster I could kill the rares in the Undermine. And it actually was really helpful, because there were some rares out there that were just a pain in the ass to kill until you were quite geared. So I had a good reason to do it. This time round, though, I don't really have a huge reason to power level the gear so much. An M0 of Tazavesh, though, feels like it could be fun. I'll maybe do one more delve. I'll go do the excavation site 9 because I don't mind that delve. And then we might do a Tazavesh M0 if anybody is interested. Try and keep it a stream group if we can. I've not done the dungeon, so it's
How you doing, pal?
it will be another one of Manthe learning on the job, but it dishes out hero track gear, so it's worth learning on the job, I think. Oh no, shit, that's completely the wrong way. Back it up. It's the wrong portal.
Interesting. Well, well, well.
Oh, these guys still doing stuff. Oh, I've let them log off again. I'm terrible at paying attention to these. Somebody was saying excavation site 9 is not too difficult of a one today as well, I think. What storyline is it? A nightly quest? Dread Pit's also quite easy. Blame you when it's not. Deal. See if I can pay closer attention to them. Not let them log off again. Right. Finding it will provide additional rewards at the end. Okay, yeah. The rewards were pretty boring, weren't they? But obtained powerful equipment, radiant echo, bonus currencies, and a chance at new or upgraded curios. Oh, maybe we just use the radiant echoes this season. Actually, maybe the problem with keys last season was that I just could not be asked to do the radiant echoes. Maybe, maybe if I actually do those, I probably won't struggle with keys too much. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Well met, champion. What honor. And do some gathering. Ooh. Oh yeah, no, we want the hat, don't we? We want the hat, and we'll try this audio amplification business, whatever that does.
Smell that?
If you're up for it after the delve, let's quickly do the tests we talked about. It was this thing I've got down in the corner, wasn't it? The warband access thing. As far as I'm aware, it still seems to be working fine. But yes, we can have a look at that, yeah. Right. Vestigalitis tracks uncovered. Sounds like some something you catch going to Ibiza. Oh, I've got a real case of the Vestigalitis. Wonder if by the end of this patch we'll be doing like 10 mil DPS on the regular. These numbers are starting to get silly, aren't they? We're going to need that stat squish. It's been teased, but I think we're definitely going to need it. Oh, what are you doing? Oh shit, I need to follow you, and you're walking straight into danger. Yeah, you're going to have to chill there, my friend. You're walking straight into danger. I think I pulled the big dude. Pet do pet things. Bran, potion me. This son of a...
They'll never use it that way.
Potion me.
Helps are coming.
Hey, where did that moly mole go? Molly, 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 molly. Oh, he's actually finding shit.
Fine.
Oh, experience. Take that. Pull all of this, otherwise I'm gonna pull it eventually anyway, aren't I? Go on, molly, 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 what you finding? Alright, chill, Mr. Mole. There's a treasure chest over here. Summons a Kaja 6-pack. Various flavours. Oh, what? Something nuked my pet. This moly mole dude doesn't seem to be one of the 3 things I'm meant to be doing. Is this just a side hustle thing? It must be. Yes, 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 yes. Revive pet. I'm a terrible human. Bad hunter.
Nice find.
Oh, no, this is a... Okay, sure. There's 1 of 3. I guess we... Right, do that twice more. Now I see. Did I not pick up the 6-pack of cola? Supreme Mangarino Madness. Oh, Mango Loco. Free Mango Loco. What does that do? Mastery by 4%, haste by 4%. Pick up the new Friday is puppy day. I'm very excited. Both excited and also very apprehensive about how, like, dealing with 3 dogs. Because I live by the theory that you've got 2 dogs, 3 can't be all that different. But the logistics are shit, right? Just even feeding 3 dogs is significantly harder. Taking 3 dogs for a walk. Don't know what I got myself in for here. Luckily, our backyard, well, our garden isn't completely enclosed, which is why we don't just let the dogs out in the garden. But the poppy training is going to consist very heavily of, this is the realms in which you are allowed to go. Do not go further than these, you know, because I want to be able to just let the dog out in the garden. It can go pee or whatever. Stretch its legs for 5 minutes without it running away. We lived in an apartment when we got both of our current dogs, so they never really learn garden etiquette. You know what I mean? Both of them are kind of like super eager to go say hello to anybody that walks anywhere near, because they, you know, in an apartment, we went out and then they saw people. It wasn't normal to like be at home and also see people. Can chat suggest and vote on poppy names? We think we have a name, but I'm still willing to change the name if the personality doesn't fit, if you know what I mean. If chat would choose, it would end up being like Poppy McPopperson or something. Well, Mrs. Mathias has been basically reeling off every single Moomin-related name she can possibly come up with, trying to find one that I hopefully don't realise is Moomin-related. And I'm like, look, we've already got a dog called Nipsu. Like, let's chill for a minute on the Moomin-related names. I love me some cartoons, but I don't want to call my pets Bart Simpson. I don't get the obsession with the Moomins in this country. It's a wonderful cartoon. I'm sure kids love it, but oh my god. Like, the level of obsession with them in this country is beyond the scope of my understanding. So I've practically vetoed any Moomin-related name, unfortunately. No Murko. Kind of cool. It's just not very easy for me to say. That's another thing. I need a dog's name. If I'm predominantly the one that looks after the dogs, and so it also needs to be something that, you know, listens to me and I can easily say. Big jump from 2, in my opinion. Life is ruined for the next weeks. No. Like, 8 to 10 week old puppies are like literally the best because they're just malleable. Hey, it's Darude! Sandstorm fella. Did you see the news on Legion Remix? Is there actually official news, or are we just talking about the leaked screenshots in the latest video? I mean leaked, self-leaked. They put it in a flipping video. Or is there actually new stuff? Oh, there's an official one. I will have a look after the delve. I will have a look after the delve. Name it attack, and then if it runs after somebody, you just yell attack. Yeah. Kill! Kill! 23rd of September. Oh, is that the launch date of Legion Remix? Oh shit, that could clash very aggressively with Alpha, couldn't it? That don't clash with... Wait, whoa, hang on. 23rd of December, what? Is that launch date of Legion? Hang on, I said I'd look at it after the delve. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, no spoilers. I need to concentrate.
I need to rest after that one.
Right, more importantly... Sorry, Team YouTube, you might not get what's going on. There it is, Sandstorm. Got no interrupts left. He literally died on the drop.
That's more like it.
Oh, the song goes on for flipping forever. It was fitting whilst we killed the rare. It made sense while we were killing the rare. Right, back to regular tunes. Fell infused class mounts. Oh, funky dunky. Like the sound of that already. Okay, we need to find one more thing. Then do whatever the hell the boss wants us to do. Then we can look at this Legion remix post. Oh, I didn't mean to pull more. Shit, that. Not the plan. It's alright, we got Golden Orb up. Can't die during Golden Orb. Impossibly. Okay, I pulled another Dark Walker. That probably wasn't the smartest. Nightmare crawlery thing off Bran, otherwise he's going to complain. Stop pulling congealed clots. Right, go on then, little moly mole. Moly mole do moly mole things. Oh shit, no sucky sucky. I'll tell you what I haven't been looking for is that bonus portal thingy that we're meant to find. Hope that's on the horizon somewhere near. Kind of forgot about that. Oh shit, my pet's dead. Not paying any attention. Interrupt barrier. I think we're fine. Okay, we're safe. You also don't have to wait for the end of Legion Remix to move your characters to play with them in the War Within. Well, that was a huge point of feedback in Mr. Pandaria Remix, because considering it was a 3-month event and some people were done with it in a month, but then they had to wait until 3 days before the launch of the expansion to get their characters. I think it might have even been closer than 3 days before the launch of the War Within to get their characters. So it's... I'm not surprised they've made that change. I think that's a very good one if that's the case. Yeah, I will explore in a moment. We've got one more track to discover, which Moly Molyson over here should be working on now. I need to find that portal in here somewhere. I think I might have run past it already, you know. Go on, Moly Moly. Screw Koresh, give us Legion Remix. Well, I think there'll be quite a lot of people that will be done with this patch by the end of September. That's when it comes out. I can't see the portal over that. Oh, fuck. Oh, there it is. Oh, well, that's easy business. Right, nuke these guys then. Get our Nemesis cache padded. Is that 2 more? Shit, where's the other one? Don't pull in the dark, dude. And he's dead. Beautiful stuff. Nemesis box upgraded. Enemy groups remaining 1. Where's the last? Is it these things? Are these considered the... Are we going to have to nuke you? That's a lot of mobs to take on in one go. Let's try and pull a couple of these. Don't want to get too overzealous. I wonder if they'll do a Legion Remix test weekend then. And if they are going to do that, that's going to happen soon-ish, I would imagine. I'm pretty sure I remember them doing the test weekend a good few weeks before they launched MOP Remix. They might not feel the need to do it for Legion Remix because they got practice doing it with MOP, but... one of these does something I don't like, and I can't remember which one it is. Arcane Lash doesn't sound particularly fun. Yeah, something's killed my pet real fast time there.
They'll never be using that move.
Right. Oh, terrifying screech. Shit. Oh, I can stun him out of that. Good. That's probably the only thing I care to not get hit by. Bran, heal yourself, fella. Once you're done. Get rid of you. Rid of you. Now we're down to 2. That'll be much easier. Wonder if Blizzard's going to tone down the damage in Remix or just keep it on MOP level. I hope they go just as crazy, if not more crazy, to be honest. We'll look at the article in a minute. Like I said, I want to get this delve finished and then we'll go and have a look. But I'm my only major wish really from Legion Remix is they can do what the hell they want with it really, but they need to make the time to max your toon significantly less. Kaivez's shadow clone. You two-shot my pet for starters, which I don't like the sound of. That means if you touch me, I am toast. Ow. Yeah, you're two-shotting my pet. I don't like this.
Oh, Bran's got your back.
Even through men pets, just getting nuked. Go away. Oof. Okay. Shadowing flicker spoils will manifest upon delve completion. Right, good. Right, now we've got to defeat this dude. 7.2 feels like Korthia Light. I'm almost convinced it's a reject patch. It's a reject island from Shadowlands. There's no way this patch was designed by the same team of people that have designed the rest of Dragonflight and the War Within zones. The zone just feels so old in its style and in its design. Sure, it's been sort of polished and they've tweaked it and tuned it, but the core zone feels straight out of Shadowlands or even BFA. It feels old. It doesn't feel new Blizzard. I'm assuming I'm probably not meant to be standing on this goo, but since my pet's doing it all, I don't really mind. My pet's not dying, so we're all good. Was that regurgitating knob? Why are you swallowing knob? Gonna give you a sore throat. Oh dear. Pet dead. Oh dear, double oh dear. Oh dear, get off me, get off me, get off. Pet do pet things. Come on then, pet do pet things. Gently does it. Get in there, you silly devil saw. Lurking around me for. Kill the boss. Alright, slow and steady is winning the race. No stress. Dead. Woof. Okay. There's a severe lack of new battle pet content in 11.2. There's none. Not a blip. There doesn't appear to be world quests. There doesn't appear to be pets to collect. There doesn't appear to be an addition to family battle. Like, there's none. Absolutely zero. There's no dragon riding kind of quests that have been pretty much as stable in past zones throughout all of Dragonflight and the War Within so far. The whole zone just feels like it's 5 years old. Which doesn't inherently make it a terrible zone, but it just doesn't feel like it's like an up-to-date zone, which is why it feels like it's been pulled out of the recycling bin. Oh, there's another strand. It's only got 8 of 9 of these. Void Scarred Strikers Pauldrons with avoidance on. 2 of 8 champion. Verse Mastery, Crit Mastery and Avoidance. Well, they're an easy upgrade, aren't they? Swap those out. Swappity swaps.
Nice fight.
Mass bind on pickup. Random mass Lobby level bind on pickup. Odd. Sure. Ethereal Energy Converter. When a party member drops below 60% health, an Ethereal Energy Converter materializes, does damage to nearby enemies and taunts them for 4 seconds. Once the taunt expires, the converter releases an Ether Wave, healing allies for 30%. Can be triggered once every 2 minutes. Killing enemies reduces the cooldown on this effect by 4 seconds. Okay.
That's more like it.
Still don't think we're going to swap that out from the hat, but... Quizzical Device. Bran has a chance to grant players 5% bonus to their health, their damage, or their healing, based upon their combat roll. Players have a chance to grant Bran a 5% bonus to health, damage, or healing. 20 seconds. I don't think we're going to use that one particularly. Bran's nearly 82 already. Right. Let's take a little looky at this article then, shall we? Right, pause on the old tunes while we have a look at this. Got an ad in progress as well. Over on Team YouTube. LinkedIn Discord. The latest WoWcast, Blizzard has revealed that Legion Remix is finally coming as part of the 11.2.5 content patch. Have a little look at this then. Oh. Right, what we got here then? Watch the latest WoWcast. Well, I think we probably just watched the latest WoWcast then. How long is this? 10 minutes. We can do 10 minutes. Give you guys some audio. Whoa, that's quite loud. Sorry, blowing eardrums. Let's grab a drink. I think we might need it. This is important business. It means it's beer o'clock. Wednesday evening gaming, beer o'clock. Right. The abysmal World Quest spawn rates in the first week definitely reinforced that the content was made 5 years ago. I think a lot of it was a a lot of it is not new. Oh, salut. Right. Pixels? Can we have some pixels? Why are they still only 1080p? Flipping hell, Blizzard. Get your trailers sorted. Right, what we got then? What we got? I will try not to be a spacebar, Andy.
Today's Wowcast is all about Legion Remix.
But I can't guarantee anything.
Fun and fell-filled seasonal event. And I've got two of the Remix masterminds here to break it all down. Let's meet them.
Hey, I'm Josh. I'm a content designer on the live game team and feature owner of Legion Remix. Players will know me for making secrets and hanging out in the secret finding Discord, but I've also worked on Mists of Pandaria Remix and Love is in the Air.
And I'm Ray, lead producer of the live game team. I have the fortunate opportunity to see all the features on the live game team, specifically today to talk about Legion Remix. You've also maybe seen me as production owner of Plunderstorm. Oh, now that I think about it, my dwarf is probably still swimming in that lobby.
You should get him out.
Yeah, we need to get him out of there.
Let's kick things off with the basics for those who may have missed the Mists of Pandaria Remix event last year. What exactly is Legion Remix, aka Lemix, the community calls it?
So Legion Remix is a time-limited seasonal event where players can replay the entire Legion expansion at an accelerated pace and with some major gameplay twists. Players will collect awesome power, face epic challenges, and earn a mountain of cosmetic rewards.
And so really for us on the live game team, we look at
calls it
our
Lemix? Yeah, nobody.
Looking at beloved expansions. In this example would be Legion, going back and being able to re-explore with a fun twist and bring that fresh new element to them.
Legion was such an
Right, I'm already a spacebar, Andy. I've just suddenly realised that one of the aspects of Legion that I really enjoyed that will not be in Remix, full stop, was the professions. Oh no. I enjoyed Legion for its professions. And they were completely carved out of Mists of Pandaria Remix, probably for good reasons.
memorable expansion for me. What content will be revisiting this time?
So much content. There's going to be the dungeons, the raids, campaign, order halls, artifacts, the assaults are going to be there as well. And this time around, we're moving at a quicker pace. We're not talking about any weekly lockouts here. We really have an accelerated rep grind, so we want to make sure players really get in as quick as possible.
The infants don't care for missions and things like that. We're just going to skip past all of that.
Okay, all right, makes sense. Class order halls were definitely my favorite. I remember walking into the Druid
Will we
class
get
hall and
mission
just being
tables?
like,
Probably
"This is home
not.
for me." Why are we revisiting Legion right now?
In the last remix,
cool.
Eternus and the Infinite Dragonflight were trying to understand the true timeline. You know, why did the events of Mist of Pandaria had to happen the way that they did? Now that the World Soul Saga is heating up, they need to turn their attention towards some of the events that led up to what's happening now. You know, we as time runners are going to be helping them trying to understand what really saved Azeroth when the Legion
We need
nearly
some
wiped us
cheap
out.
filler
Kind of
content.
that what if? What if the Legion was stronger? Could we still survive? Now, the Infinite Dragonflight is going to be taking a more active role this time around and studying the past. So there's going to be a lot of learning from the past on their side.
I genuinely think
and it's
that
gonna be
Remix probably
fast-forwarded.
takes more effort
We're
than a
still going to
classic
make sure we
launch.
explore all the main story beats.
Oh, that's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to that emotional dragon aspect scene. If you know, you know. All right, let's dive into the gameplay. What's new this time around?
So there's a bunch of new gameplay systems, and we're really trying to design these with the spirit of the Legion expansion in mind. So Legion was all about the artifact weapons, so the Infinites will help us reclaim those artifact weapons, now touched with infinite magic. So they'll all share this awesome trait tree where you can specialize.
Oh, wait, right, pause Andy mode. Absolute pause Andy mode. You guys can see most of that. You can also see this number in the top corner. This is going to, got questions about this already. Literally got questions about this already. But that's a 3.5, isn't it? That is a 3.5, and that's for one weapon. How many characters are we going to want to play in Legion Remix? Oh.
In nature, fell,
Oh my god. Wait, hang on.
arcane, storm, or holy light. You're not locked in, you can respec at any time. Plus you can find jewelry pieces that
Oh. What? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa,
where you
whoa.
can
Back it
specialize
up.
in nature, fell,
Nature,
arcane,
fell,
storm, or
arcane,
holy light.
storm, or
You're not
holy.
locked in. You can respec at any time.
Imbue your artifact weapon with the power of infinite potential, increasing their item levels. Your mind races with images of yourself wielding untold power as the sand stirs in your hand. Mound of artifactum sand. Okay.
Plus, you can find jewelry pieces that let you add ranks to.
Perfected Epoch Memento. Use the Epoch Memento with your artifact weapon, creating a ripple across all timelines and versions of quote-unquote you. This perfect relic resonates with your warband, permanently increasing all experience gains in Legion Remix by 10%. Oh, so they really are pushing for replayability on many characters again. Okay, cool.
Traits. So if you went down the fell path, you can double down into fell and boost those traits up to higher than their max rank could usually go. Or you can dip into nature or arcane, really mix and match, customize your artifact weapon.
Are there any other new systems along with that?
Yeah, so inspired by Diablo, we really liked Diablo's world tiers. So we're adding Heroic World Tier as a new way to play outdoor content.
It's
gonna be much
stank
more
of Diablo
challenging.
when they told us
Eternus
about
is
that.
experimenting with the timeline in order to prepare us for what happens if things get worse. So she's empowering creatures to have more health, more
Torment
damage,
and
and
Act
sometimes
4.
even empower them with these affix-like buffs that make them really unique to handle. But if you can handle it, the rewards are going to be totally worth it.
More
We've learned
bronze.
too from
More
Remix.
bronze.
So bringing back buffs like the prayer skulls that we had seen there. This time around in Legion, we're gonna have time warped obelisks, and you can interact with them for really cool buffs, and that helps us lean in to player feeling empowered as they're going through Legion.
One of the obelisks that our testers have really enjoyed as we're doing QA is this Doomguard
Oh,
obelisk.
they're doing QA.
Which, whereas most of the
Jesus.
obelisks give you a buff,
I'm
this one
impressed.
summons an elite Doomguard that you can fight to the death. But if you beat him, he drops some pretty sweet loot. Speaking of challenge, Bethany, do you like M+?
Oh, I love M+.
Then you're gonna love our Time-Worn Keystone Dungeons. So Legion was when Mythic Plus first came out, and we want to honor that, so we're bringing up Time-Worn Keystone Dungeons. We'll be bringing back most of the Legion affixes, the original Legion affixes, as well as 4 new exclusive to Remix affixes called Eternus' Trials.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Players are going to push +10s, +20s. I don't even know how high. I'm so excited to see how high they get.
Yeah, I wonder how high it'll get. That's a good twist to it. I like this. So there's lots of new exciting changes for Legion. What about questing? Is there anything, how are we keeping that fresh?
This time around, we're starting new with infinite research.
Right. How should we study the Legion timeline now? Gather time-warped herbs and ores, collect residual time motes, world campaigns, normal dungeons. Herbs and ores? Fraying of this timeline has had some interesting effect on plants and stones. We would like to study them. Gather time-warped herbs and ores. Gain a cache of infinite power. Herbalism and mining is going to be in some way. Gathering professions? Huh? Okay, sure. Collect residual time motes. Manipulating time is not without its risks or its rewards. The strain on this timeline has produced numerous residual time motes throughout the Broken Isles. It would be irresponsible to not collect them up. Collect residual time motes whilst flying. Then we got world campaigns. Our research suggests that power is only part of the equation. What one does with it is also of great importance. The people of the Broken Isles need a champion. Complete any campaign zone chapter. Okay, so each zone's seemingly gonna have its own quest lines. And the normal dungeons, despite the power of your artifact, Eragon remembers that there is strength in numbers. Complete any normal dungeon using the dungeon finder. The gathering one has given me questions there. The rest of it sounds pretty standard, but...
And so think of it as every day you can pick new research.
Oh, wait, they were, like, changing dramatically. Wait, back. Raid Finder became an option. Information about how multiple time runners and their artifact interact when faced with powerful opposition. Complete the Royal Wing of the Nighthold, the Raid Finder difficulty or higher. There wasn't Raid Finder in MOP Remix, but I guess that's because Raid Finder didn't exist in MOP, right? Right? So, okay. I wonder if that's because there was so much of a culture shock for people to jump straight into normal raids in MOP Remix. Even though we ended up soloing the damn things by the end of it. Flying druids gathering herbs and ore, new meta in Remix, maybe. Return to Lower Karazhan on heroic difficulty. Okay, what were the next ones? Kill elite enemies, normal dungeons, heroic dungeons. Okay.
New research assignment from killing demons, going to dungeons, cruising the world, skywriting, picking up bronze, killing demons. I think I mentioned that one. But still, we know where my focus is going to be.
There's over 100 different quests players can get, and eventually you'll unlock the ability to take on multiple at once. You can double dip where you can kill demons while running Antorus, or skyride while you're collecting bronze orbs and doing campaign. And you don't have to come back and do them every day. You can bank up to 6 days worth of quests. We really want Remix to support all of our players, from our daily dungeoneers to our weekend warriors.
Let's talk everybody's favorite.
That's
loot.
better, actually. I'm already going to state that was better. Having absolutely everything on a daily lockout, meaning that if you just missed a day, you just missed a day. Not that Remix was like overly competitive, but it did mean that at the beginning of MOP Remix, there was no days off. I'm not sure how many of you remember, but that was the point where I think I streamed 30 days consecutively because we were playing Remix every day. But being able to bank some progress to take a day off or to go do something else is probably a welcome addition, to be honest.
What rewards can we earn?
So much. Let's start with Fel-infused class mounts for all of the original Legion classes.
Look at those green
you can
boys.
Get these elegant elven Ashara-inspired robes. You can get Manaroth's shield, which I'm definitely going to be picking up for my prop paladin, as well as Varian swords, now corrupted and oozing with Fel energy, as well as a bunch of never-before-released mounts and transmogs
It's a fox on a panther.
and pets. And of course, legacy rewards, some rare raid transmogs like Xavius Shoulders and Scythe of the Unmaker in original and red and a new fiery Fel green. You can get
Wasn't
Lothian
red like a
Prowler,
super rare colour of it
Shackled
anyway?
Urzul, and of course everyone's favorite friendship bird, the Violet Spellwing.
Oh, friendship bird.
Yes, and new titles as well. You can get Chrono Scholar, the Infernal, and Of the Infinite Chaos.
How are we earning these rewards?
Manthe
So
of the
bronze is coming
Infinite Chaos.
back, but
Yes.
we've heard player feedback, and this time around, bronze is a cosmetic-only currency. Your gear upgrades will drop from any content. Harder content will have a higher chance to drop upgrades, but you can get upgrades from literally anywhere. We'll also be adding
that's a big
5 new
change.
character slots to every WoW account.
Nice.
So you can make some more alts, and you don't have
5
to wait
new.
until the
Gonna
end
need
of
'em.
Remix to bring your Time Runner over into the War Within. Just be aware, this is a one-way trip.
That is so much content to play through. What will be available at launch?
Okay, so we're actually taking inspiration from Classic on this and do a phased approach for new content will come out every 2 weeks. Starting from 7.0 all the way to Argus and Antorus.
It's really
Whoa,
all
whoa,
about
whoa,
pacing.
whoa. Back the truck up. What did he say? No. We don't want time gating in
Just
Remix,
be aware,
please.
this is a one-way trip.
That is so much content to play through. What will be available at launch?
Okay, so we're actually taking inspiration from Classic on this and do a phased approach for new content will come out every 2 weeks. Starting from 7.0 all the way to Argus and Antorus.
It's really all about pacing. We want players to get a chance to soak in the story and understand what's happening in Legion from patch to patch. We're doing something special in every phase to make sure that every time a new phase rolls around, you can do something cool. So when we get to the Broken Isles, you'll be able to skyride, collecting bronze orbs and smashing through demons flying in the air, which will explode them into even more bronze orbs.
Nice, it's like a demon pinata. I like it.
But they've just said bronze orbs is for cosmetics only. So the people didn't even fly around and collect bronze last time because it wasn't worth doing. They don't want people to zerg through Remix in 2 weeks. Yeah, clearly not, but fuck off. That's exactly what the mode is designed for. Like, you're meant to ramp your power exponentially. Okay.
But when we get to Argus, you can collect these special pickups that will transform you into a worm tongue. And then as a worm tongue, you can run around collecting bronze orbs, getting faster with each one you pick up.
And also, too, after all the phases are out, there still will be a month towards the end where you have plenty of time to just binge all the content if you desire.
That's a great point that Ray mentioned, that even after all of the phases come out, you'll have over a month to continue playing Remix. And one new thing that we're doing based on how we felt in MOP Remix, I remember everyone getting up on their mounts around the shrines and saying goodbye at the end of Remix, saying goodbye to Garrosh. So we're really embracing that moment, and this time around in Legion Remix, you'll be able to say goodbye to all of the Infinites, all of the friends you've made along the way, and really embracing the chaos as the timeline starts collapsing. Things will start to get a little ridiculous.
This event is so packed. I can't wait to collect all of those rewards and then to revisit my favorite expansion and get to see Illidan again. What are you guys most excited for?
Personally, I am super excited to go questing in Heroic World Tier. I like the story. I also like a little bit of challenge. And I don't think players have seen this kind of outdoor challenge since Classic. You can jump into Heroic World Tier pretty early on.
He clearly doesn't remember being level 68 in MOP Remix, does he? Being 68 in MOP Remix was impossible. It basically, it was Torment 12 at that point.
But let me just say, if you jump in there straight away, you are not prepared.
And for myself, I am really excited for green fell fire everywhere and to jump in with my friends, slay some demons, and make Illidan proud.
Thank you both so much for walking us through Legion Remix, and thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you on the Broken Isles.
They didn't actually say the release date in the video. Probably means when they filmed the video, they didn't know. That's quite interesting. Okay. A lot to unpack. Quite much to unpack there, methinks. I am very intrigued. 5 more slots is good. Means even if you've got capped accounts, which I know some of us absolute nerd fiestas do, then we've got the opportunity to create at least 5 more characters for Remix. I am aggressively concerned about the time gating aspect of it, considering how fun Remix was, just like exponentially growing your power. It would be really fun to do exactly that again. But maybe with less frogging, who knows? Who knows? I wonder if we'll get the same item level as, if we get to level the same way as in MOP. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, they're going to add 5 more character slots. They've confirmed 5 more character slots. So 70 alts per account is what we'll go up to, I think. I want to just be OP. There's plenty of stuff in the main game if I want super challenging content. Yeah, this is it. Like the heroic world mode is cool if you want the challenge, but half the fun of Remix was that it wasn't a challenge and you were like god tier. Like soloing shit was kind of like half the fun of it. I hope they haven't taken too much of that aspect away by trying to do like heroic tier world content. But let's have a little read. So, Legion Remix, time limited event where players can create a time runner as one of as one of the original 12 Legion classes. Replay the entire Legion remix at an accelerated pace from 10 to 70. I mean, that does include Demon Hunters, which could be very fun if they go sort of, you know, if they go burr. Let's turn the tunes down just a little bit. It's all inside. Players can take part in all 12 dungeons, 1 mega dungeon, 5 raids, and the Legion campaign quests, local stories, world quests, class order hall campaigns, and artifact quest lines, Legion assaults, invasion points, wizard training, and more. When you read that, it really drills home just how much content there was in Legion. 5 raids. 5 raids. We're now at the point where we're lucky to get 3. Not to mention the class hall campaigns for every single class in the game were like crazy detailed. All the artifact weapons, the whole shebang. The Infinite Dragonflight will be accelerating all weekly lockouts, reputation gains, and class order hall missions. Tables are back. You're going to have tables again. Assuming that's what that actually means. It doesn't strictly say the word tables, but the class order hall missions were usually done from the table. So get in there and have fun. Okay, sure. I need that table. Eternus from the Infinite Dragonflight was trying to learn more about the past. Now with the World Soul Saga heating up, she's looking into some events that have led up to what's happening now to try and understand more about what really saved Azeroth from the Legion. Okay, so what's new? What's new? We've added some new gameplay systems with an eye towards capturing the spirit of the original Legion experience. Our goal is to create opportunities for challenge and strategy that players will eventually dominate with epic power. I want all levels of epicness. Remixed artifact weapons. Instead of the cloak and gem systems from Remix in Mists of Pandaria, we're going all in on artifacts. Every artifact weapon, shares a powerful tree. So this is the tree. This is the tree. There isn't a different tree for every different one. This is the tree, then. Okay. Shares a powerful tree. So they're going to have, they're cosmetically going to be different, but they're all going to share this tree. And how you spec into it determines, and you'll choose a path to go along. Nature, Fell, Arcane, Storm, or Holy. That is good because it means you don't feel the need to level like 1 billion characters when you only get 5 slots to do it. You won't be locked in and you can respec whenever you want. Now made easier with our new quick assign feature. That's not shown on screen, but we'll see what that ends up being. You can control click to spend up to your remaining infinite power purchasing towards the selected point, or control right click to refund back to a certain point. Okay. So like it's literally a matter of clicks away to go, okay, I don't want to be in this row anymore. I want to spec into Storm. You just right click back to here and you left click to here and it just goes zoop, zoop. Okay, well that's good. That's good. You'll find jewelry along the way that lets you add ranks to the traits from any path. I'm going to assume these big ones are the traits. Taking ranks from other paths or boosting your chosen path beyond its natural limits. So let's assume you can put like 3 points into each trait. You then find jewelry that lets you add like a 4th or a 5th or a 6th into each of these traits, or you could steal power from the other rows, maybe. Interesting build options there, potentially. Not that I really want builds, because I want to be so OP that everything melts in front of me, but we'll see. That said, there was definitely builds in Mop Remix, wasn't there? You use this gem, and this gem, and you just delete stuff. That meta changed almost daily for the first couple of weeks, and it was really fun to watch it play out. Somebody'd figure out a new combination and how to just delete a boss. It was so funny. Mix and match, customize your artifact weapon. Okay, so the weapons sound quite cool. As long as we can quickly change all of this, and I guess we're going to be farming this, what did they call it? Infinite power. We're going to be farming the infinite power for quite a while, it feels. All right, Heroic World Tier. Inspired by Diablo, Heroic World Tier is a new way to play outdoor content. Eternus is experimenting to prepare the champions of Azeroth for what could happen if things get worse. She's empowering creatures to have more health, more damage, and sometimes affix-like buffs, empowering their difficulty and rewards. While you encounter tougher foes, if you can overcome them, you will reap the reward in the end. Okay. Considering I was basically soloing Garrosh last time, these dudes have got to get pretty ridiculously overpowered for them to stand in your way for very long. Time warped obelisks. Power up with time warped obelisks found throughout Legion Remix. These grant temporary but powerful buffs to players as they explore the world. So these are just, this is another stolen straight from Diablo thing, isn't it? These are just conduits from Diablo. Glad I didn't wait for Remix to level the characters. Well, there's still a very strong chance that leveling will be super fast. Until we get our hands on it, we won't really know. For players who love the Mythic Plus, we've remixed things a little bit more to create time-worn Keystone dungeons. We're bringing back most of the original affixes from the original launch of Legion and adding 4 new affixes called Eternus' Trials, and they've said nothing more about it. That's a very, very short sentence for something that people probably have many questions about, isn't it? I wonder what sweaty meta's going to evolve around Mythic Plus in Legion Remix. I guess we'll see. I know they've already said that they're going to if they're going to phase the content launch, you bet your ass they're going to phase the power gain. And then the only real exponential persistent power gain grind is going to be that last month, isn't it? That's literally what it's going to be. So whereas in Mop Remix, you'd grind out your, what was it, 476 gear or whatever it was with all the bronze. You spend your 60 hours farming bronze. You got fully geared, and then it was only thread bonuses from that point on, wasn't it? But those thread bonuses stacked up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And by the end of Remix, people were doing bananas things. That whole power spike might only land after they've launched all the phases. Time gated everything except maybe the cosmetic rewards you can buy. But the stupid thing with that is going to be is that if they also time gate your power gain by doing different launch phases every 2 weeks, then for those players that just want to dip in and grab the cosmetics, play it for as long as it takes them to get the cosmetics, are going to be artificially gimped. Because doing it at the beginning is going to be when if they hold back your power gain, it's, you know, like in retail, the less gear you have, the longer it takes you to farm shit. More and more and more loot. Wouldn't be Remix without lots of stuff to collect. Fel-infused class mounts. Elegant, Elven, Ashara-inspired robe transmogs. Manaroth's shield. Varian's Fel-corrupted swords. These are all things that they showed in the video. Along with some new funky titles. The cost of loot. Bronze is making its return as a currency players can use to purchase cosmetic items only. Bronze will not be used for power gain. I think I like that change. I'm quite a fan of that change. There was the huge problem in Remix of players trying to decide whether they should spend their bronze on power gain or on cosmetics. My advice to everybody was Mop Remix was really fun. Spend it on gearing up because you get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then every day you get that little bit stronger. It's easier and easier and easier to solo all of the shit and farm up the cosmetics after. But people don't always listen to advice. So giving people no choice. Bronze is for cosmetics and you gear up via a different path. Probably a smart move, to be honest. They're taking the seasonal cycle to the extreme. Seasons inside a season. Yeah. Considering all of this is happening within season 3, and then there's going to be remix phase 1, 2, 3, and however many. Okay. Instead of upgrading your gear with bronze, upgrades will just drop from all content. Harder content will provide a higher drop chance for upgrades. Not always listening is quite mild. We keep it family friendly over here sometimes. More character slots and early character conversion. We're also adding 5 new character slots to all World of Warcraft accounts so you can make even more characters. You also don't have to wait for the end of Legion Remix to move your characters over to play with them in the War Within. Transferring your character will remove all Remix specific items and abilities, it will clear your quest log, and grant you level appropriate gear and gold. Any legacy items you collected, including any unopened cosmetics, will just be mailed to you. This is a one-way trip, so make sure you choose wisely before transferring timelines. How can goblins abuse this? How can goblins abuse this? What would we have done in Mop Remix if we'd had access to all of those Remix alts basically soon as we finish leveling them? What sweaty shenanigans would we have actually done? Because now we're going to have the ability to do so. Once you ding a character, you can convert it straight to retail, and in theory, it will be level 80. In theory. So this could be an incredibly quick way for average Joe to get a huge amount of level 80 characters in retail just by blasting Remix. Yeah, it was only like 2k gold or something from Remix, but it was actually really convenient for me. That 2k gold meant that I could, I used it to buy bags and stuff on them, on each of those tunes. It was really quite handy. There's definitely going to be some goblin shenanigans with being able to, like, eject your characters from Remix fast. Time to delete all level 70 alts from Panda Remix. Yeah, because you'll just be able to make new ones faster than it'll take you to level them. Yeah, the time it takes to level from 70 to 80 without some sort of clever boost system in place. Even doing time walking dungeons can take a couple of hours to get from 70 to 80. If you can blast a level 80 in Remix faster than that, Remix alts will just get nuked. All my Remix alts are max level 80 now anyway, but I'm thinking about padding. Jesus, if there is a fast leveling option like there was in Mop, it's going to be really, really difficult to not utilize it to just completely pad the entire accounts. I got like 20 max level characters on every account now. We're going to have a maximum of 70 per account. There's always an advantage to having more alts. Anyway, Remix phase by phase. We're taking inspiration from World of Warcraft Classics phased release, and we'll be adding new phases of Legion content to the Legion Remix every 2 weeks. We'll start things off with the original launch content from Legion and end with Argus and Antorus. Each phase will bring new content and a bump to the maximum item level players can reach. Yep, see? See? They're gonna fuck you. See? Now I can't play 60 hours in the first week and get gear capped and just be really fucking strong and ruffle stomp. Why, Blizzard? Why? Why are you gonna cap my gear and then make me come back 2 weeks later to do it again? No point till playing till after the last phase then? Yeah. Everything so far has been really cool. This is a big disadvantage to me. Big disadvantage to me. Because one of the greatest aspects of MOP Remix for me was being able to outscale and OP the shit out of everything. And it was deterministic when you'd get there, right? You'd get there based on how much bronze you got. You had a target of how much bronze you needed. Every day you went into Remix and you got slightly more powerful and you got slightly more powerful and you were able to get that bronze a little bit quicker and you were able to put that bronze towards upgrades. And after about 60 hours of play, which to be fair, I thought was too long in the first place. I thought it needed to be like 20 hours. After about 60 hours of play, a very enjoyable 60 hours of play, mind you, in the first week of Mr. Pandaria Remix, you had maxed your gear out, and then any bronze from that point could get put towards cosmetics. I was able to play MOP Remix solid for like at least a month, even with that system in place. At least a month we were smashing through MOP Remix. Each phase will bring new See, this is the thing, right? This feels like it's only going to cap people like me. Like this is a real you get to play the game more than most people nerf. I reckon a lot of people probably won't really be held back by this. But the people that want to play it a lot will be. I dismissed MOP Remix at first, but it was so fun to do what you're talking about. It didn't take that long to get to the point where you can solo dungeons and raids. Yeah, exactly. It was 60 hours of play to grind out enough bronze. And that grind out bronze was basically based upon the fact that you could jump into a group and smash normal raids within a couple of days. A 10 group of, I think there was 10 or 25 man options, maybe possibly. I can't quite remember. But yeah, Omega nerds are going to get hard capped by this. But it didn't take more than a couple of days in MOP Remix to level your dude up and to get to the point where you were soloing shit. And that was just really fun. It was the soloing shit that was really fun. Yeah, this is the only sentence so far that gives me some concern. The rest of it so far sounds great. Good decision to make bronze cosmetic and then an alternative path for gearing. Sure, that makes a lot of sense. It caused a huge amount of brain ache for people deciding what to spend their bronze on last time, which shouldn't have been the case. More character slots and ejecting them back into retail when you're done. Well, that doesn't matter quite as much now, does it really? Considering you're not going to want to eject your character until they've finished releasing everything. Which it's kind of like, it's the Blizzard butt again. Just like, go. Launch it. Go. Time gating a time limited event is madness. Madness, I tell you. Does it give a little bit more information on these phases? We want to make sure we set a great pace for players to soak in the story, enjoy the content, not feel rushed right out the gate. Each release of content should bring about the nostalgia from Legion, so we're making sure to add some special touches to each one. As example, in Argus, we'll have a mini game where you transform into a demon and run around collecting bronze orbs. That's not going to keep me busy for 2 weeks, is it? So, like, running around as a goblin, as a demon, isn't going to keep me busy for 2 weeks. With each orb you collect, you gain additional speed, and until the time runs out, at least. Yeah, that's cool, but that's not going to keep me busy for 2 weeks. The release of content will still be fast-paced. If you're looking to go on a Legion remix spree and decide to wait for all the content to be available for you before you dive in, you'll still have plenty of time before the end of the event. So they know exactly what Gumdrop said a minute ago. They absolutely know that for those that just want to jump into remix and blast it, the best time to do it, at the end. Sack it off at the beginning, wait till it's like a month left and then blast it. The only downside of doing that is you miss the launch hype of everybody leveling up and everybody like learning shit and everybody figuring out the dungeons and everybody testing this and doing that. It's like missing the expansion launch. And they fucking know. Here's an overview of the phases you can expect to experience. Skies of Fire. Take to the skies of the Broken Isles with the original Legion content and the Emerald Nightmare raid. 1 raid. Rise of the Nightfallen. Continue the Nightfallen story with the Insurrection campaign and new world quests across the Broken Isles. Re-experience the Legion Mega Dungeon with the return to Karazhan and take on the Nighthold and the Trial of Valor raids. So we get 1 raid for the first 2 weeks. In the first 2 weeks, you get to gear up, you get to collect some bronze, you get to cap your gear out, and then you get to do 1 raid. Okay. Legion Fall. Establish a foothold on the Broken Shore, take on the Legion assaults, and fight your way into the Cathedral of Eternal Night and the Tomb of Sargeras. 1, 2, and 2. And then Argus Eternal. Replay the Argus campaign across 3 deadly zones, take on the Seat of the Triumphants and Antorus, the Burning Throne. And then eventually Infinite Echoes. As the Legion Remix timeline begins collapsing, say your goodbyes and embrace the chaos. 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 different phases. Let's assume that their 2-week cycle is true, so that's 10 weeks. Plus another 4 weeks at the end, they sort of said. To wrap up your experience in Legion, you'll be able to say goodbye to all the Infinites, your friends and allies you made along the way, and embrace the chaos in the timelines before its collapse. So yeah, it's about 3 months again. It's roughly 3 months again. A little over 3.5 months. Players can experience a portion of the Legion Remix on the 11.2 PTR for a limited time. This content patch also has some additional improvements to the cooldown manager, including a new frame which will allow for ordering, hiding, and unhiding of spells and buffs. Turbo Boost is also returning for Season 3 shortly after the release of 11.2.5 content update. Visit the PTR forums for more details. Oh shit, when's the PTR come out then? We can't wait to see you on the Broken Isles in Legion Remix when the 11.2.5 content goes live. Stay tuned for the official World of Warcraft site for more details in the weeks to come. Okay, so we're going to get to playtest it a little bit on the PTR to begin with. Presumably like the first phase, probably. Okay. Somebody was saying there's do we have more timeline information than this? That's the blue. That's the blue post. Any more than just the blue post here? No. Blizzard has announced the Turbo Boost is returning in Season 3 shortly after the launch of 11.2.5. Where are people getting this launch date from? The overpowered players helped others. Blizzard can't have that. Fun Police strikes again. Yeah, the only thing that slightly concerns me is once again, the time gating aspect of it, which was so very refreshing to not really be a thing. I was also really excited where they said about gear being that, like your daily rewards or whatever. I can't remember the phrase they used, but they said you could bank up to 6 days worth of like rewards in some way, shape, or form, so that you didn't have to log in and do everything daily. But excluding the obvious time gating issue that I always seem to have an issue with, time gating drives me bananas in a game that we pay flipping monthly to play. It sounds like a blast, honestly. It sounds really cool. Where are we getting this? September the 23rd, 2025. Patch 11.2.5 for World of Warcraft is expected to launch in the week of September the 23rd, 2025. This patch will also coincide with the 21st anniversary event, which is anticipated to be similar to previous events. Oh, that's some ChatGPT bullshit. Okay, that means we don't know the release date at all. That's just a general assumption based upon the 8-week cadence, yeah. If 11.2.5 does... We don't necessarily know if Legion Remix is going to launch with the 11.2.5 patch. Okay, so we don't actually have an official release date for it. I was going to say, I did wonder where people were pulling this release date from. It could be end of September then, though. End of September, end of October, end of November, and then a bit into December. If we are to assume that Remix is going to last a little bit over 3 months because of the patches that they have, because of these phases that they have. If we're to assume that this quantity of phases and then there's a little bit at the end for you to just like, do everything in one go sort of thing. Midway through December, we could assume for Remix to end. Which actually gives you way more padding. Yeah, this is assuming that it actually launches with 11.2.5 is very presumptuous. Players can experience a portion of the Legion Remix on the 11.2.5 PTR for a limited time. Just because it's on that patch's PTR doesn't mean it's actually going to launch with 11.2.5. It could be any time within the 11.2.5 patch, which let's not forget is about 8 weeks long. Not to mention they got housing to squeeze in at some point as well. They could push Legion Remix to be earlier, because let's not forget Mop Remix finished like 2 days before the War Within launched. Like that, you basically fell out of Remix into the War Within if you were continuously playing it. They might push Legion Remix earlier because they also know that housing is on the horizon. And they probably don't want the two to cross over particularly. They're not going to want to overlap those two, I don't think. February is midnight then? Yeah, I've pretty much thought for a while now that February feels about right. Legion Remix might also collapse with the beta of midnight. Well, I know categorically that if there's an alpha up and running or there's a beta up and running, I won't be playing either retail or remix or tinkering with housing or doing any of the above. If there's a major test phase for midnight up and running, that's where my attention is at. But generally speaking, sounds like a blast, you know. Sounds like a blast. They clearly listened to feedback from Mop Remix and have, for the most part, made some pretty sensible changes, I think. Pretty sensible changes. I don't know if this is just a screenshot thing or like whether the gathering of herbs and ores is just purely for the purpose of this quest. I can't possibly imagine we're gathering herbs and ores for any other reason. This just could be like, this could be go collect 10x quest. It's just a quest, you know. They have housing remix and whatever the pre-patch event is, plus any anniversary stuff. That seems like a lot to cram into a few months. Oh, the anniversary stuff will be nothing. It'll be an absolute nothing burger this year. It'll be an absolute nothing burger. It's not a mile. It's a, what's it, 21? It's not a milestone in any way, shape, or form. It'll be a killer boss on the hour every hour kind of rubbish. It'll be nothing. I'm not expecting anything from an anniversary event. Here's a 21% EXP buff for a week. Go kill a boss once an hour. It'll be nothing. It'll be nothing. But that's quite cool though. Some good news about Legion Remix. We like that. We appreciate that. That sounds good. More character slots for everybody, up to 70. Bronze for cosmetics, gear from doing the content. And then it feels like your ever growing power is through farming up your, what did they call it? Infinite power. By farming up infinite power and dumping it in here wherever it's appropriate. I really hope they don't like, because the ever improvable threads system, yeah, it kind of got abused by people who knew what the fuck they were doing in the early days. But it was really quite good. That any time you killed a boss, any time you did a thing, you got that tiny little bit stronger. Tiny little bit stronger every time. And that permanent sense of progression without even achieving something tangible. Look at the level 20 twink. Look how powerful those level 20 twinks got with all the flipping threads they were picking up. And just like looting threads from everywhere, and you got plus crit and plus haste, and it all started stacking up. And you know, that was kind of really fun in Mop Remix. I hope they don't nerf that fun too much with putting it all in here. But it'll be good to see when it's on the PTR. Didn't it say... We can't wait to see you on the Broken Isles in Legion Remix when the 11.25 content update goes live. To be fair, that sentence does kind of indicate that it will go live when the 11.25 goes live, which we can pretty comfortably predict when it is going to happen. So that end of September seems very accurate if this sentence is to be believed. Right, my question then is, when's 11.25 on the PTR? When is 11.25 on the PTR? Forums. Forums in development. Nothing yet. Alright, cool. Should we get back to our delves? I think we need to get back to our delves. Technically, I could do with doing at least 2 more 11s today. Let's see. But yeah, there's no question that the next 6 months are going to actually weirdly feel quite busy with all stuff going on. This is why I'm not overly concerned that season 3 feels like like I'm kind of quite glad that the new zone doesn't really feel as if it's going to keep me busy for that long, because I'm going to be honest, there's a strong chance that in the next couple of months, plenty of stuff going on. There's an alpha and a beta that's going to be layered on top of all of this as well. So I have got no idea how we're going to approach this. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Right, what bountiful delves do I still have to do?
Understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not rush to conclusions.
Sinkhole. Is that the only one? Have I done 3? I haven't done 3. I did 1 up here. I did 1 down here. Oh, here we go, the Dread Pit. Let's go do the Dread Pit. I've given myself hiccups. Too excited.
The coreway must be protected.
Tables, ore, and herbs, new meta. I'm telling you. Oh, just spamming table missions. And gathering. Gather your way to power. That can't be the meta, surely. I need to find my YouTube mojo again for Remix. Well, that means we've probably got a few weeks to blast Season 3. See what we can achieve gear-wise in Season 3. Get the content smashed out. Oh, this dude's nearly burnt through all his materials as well. Have you got any bonus materials in your mailbox? No. Oh, okay. This dude's actually nearly burnt through all his mats now. That's good. We're on the home stretch with this fella. Before we can start keeping an eye on the prices before selling stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4 are doing things. Good. You do multiple alts in phase 1, preferably 20 alts. Create full tables for them and just grind the missions for bronze daily. Boom, you're golden. For all the phases. Oh, it's funny because it could very well be true. I fucking hope it's not, though. I ain't grinding tables in Remix. You can get bent. The nicest possible way. Why can I not see YouTube chat on YouTube? Why is the YouTube chat completely busted? They're bound to put bronze missions on the table. Yeah, they will. Yeah, I'm not doubting that you're probably right. I'm just saying, I hope that isn't the meta. I hope there's better ways than that. I don't want to be sweated mission tables. Not if I can get away with it. Right, let's see if... It'd be nice if we can get an upgrade from this. It'd be real nice if we could get an upgrade for this. I think so far today we've not had... Tell you what, maybe it's worth doing a bit of a gear review. See where we're at. Getting to 681 in every slot is quite important for me quite quickly. Because that means we can upgrade all of our lobby level dum-dum crests into something at least remotely useful. Now that means I need a season 3 helm, which I am missing. We got season 3 neck, we got season 3 shoulders. Obviously we've got season 3 cloak. Chest piece. I have a season 3 at 681. Will watermark my character with a 681, so that's good. Even though I'm not wearing it, we've got one, which is good. I've got 681 braces. Now, I don't know if they need to be season 3 for it to qualify for the upgrade. If they do, then I need a season 3 set of braces. 694. Oh, I got hero weapon earlier, by the way. Hero weapon, which might actually... My BIS weapon is still going to be crafted. But having a hero weapon might give me an opportunity to fill a gap somewhere else before we craft a weapon. I have season 3 681 champion gloves, even though they're not equipped, because it clashes with set right now. Belt is obviously good, although, like I said, I don't know if it needs to be season 3 item level. But I do actually have a season 3 681 belt. That's good. Legs, I think, is the same scenario. We're not wearing them, but we've got them. Boots are good. Ring is good. I'm going to assume that that's also good, unless it needs to be a season 3 variant. Maybe we might need one more ring. And I've got 2 season 3 trinkets already. Okay, so it's braces and helm, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Braces and helm. Gimme champion braces or gimme champion helm. Let's see. Buff up. When they launch, I'll be golden and laughing at all of you non-tablers. Are you going to be a tabler? We had Froggers in Mop Remix. Now you're going to be a tabler. You're going to abuse multi-account setups to be an absolutely dirty tabler. Do you get champion gear from the key in a tier 11 delve? You do, yeah. So to outgrow weathered crests, we need 681 in every slot. Oh shit, I think it was 681. I looked at the bandings the other day. I think it goes 681, then it jumps all the way up to like 694. It's an aggressive jump for you outgrow carved crests. 707 in all slots to outgrow runed crests, I think. I can't remember. There might be another banding in there somewhere. Yeah, 707 in every slot will mean that you basically need gilded crests to upgrade everything. So yeah, you'll have outgrown ruined at 707. Wow, this thing's actually got a lot of health. What if I want to go that way? We come back this way, do we? Tossed across the chasm. Oh, okay. We do this one kind of in reverse, I see. I see. Don't need to kill the nests. Good to know. Cobalt's rescued.
You got to dodge!
You got to dodge! Right, Bran. And only open the webs with a flame? What do you mean with a flame? What am I missing here? Do I get some flamethrower, do I? Oh, the ones that are flaming. I see, I see, I see. Ignore the ones that don't have a flame. So, this dude is good to open. Okay, we need to kill these. Rubian chest. You don't have a flame, so I'm going to ignore you. If Luke Fever's lying, then he's banned. God, I get sassy in the evening. It's the torch of the rescue NPCs. It clips through. Oh, really? Ah, yes. Well tested, Blizzard. No flame, no open. Oh, have they fixed these? Or are these just going to be an instant win every time? Oh. Well, it's not the plumber one again, so maybe they fixed these now. You go there, you go there, you go there, you go there. You go there. Oh, you go there. Oh, you go there. Yeah, boy. Magnetic loader has a chance to assist you pulling enemies in and then doing damage. Okay. Did we say this was a no-go? A no-go. Is there a difference in the loot drops from 8s to 11s? What you get out the chest at the end? No. Not in terms of loot, no. But in terms of crests, yes. And in terms of, yeah, you get more crests in higher delves. Now, obviously, don't forget we are living in a world where there's crest caps, so it is still probably easier to like just blast 8s than crawl through 11s. Even though 11s give more crests. But also don't forget that you need keys, and keys are going to be a little bit of a limiting factor as well for opening the boxes at the end, which you are going to want to do a lot more than you did last season. It's only the boxes that give you Delver journey points, not just for completing the delve, which I have a sneaky suspicion the pushback on that might end up being strong enough for them to change it. Because it's pissed people off already. All of these no-goes? 3 no-goes. Stinky. You need 8 runs for a vault. So, yeah, you got to do 8 runs anyway. But I think I'm going to be doing probably more than 8 delve runs for a couple of weeks. I'm going to be doing as many delve runs as my keys allows me to. Journey. Until I'm at least journey 2. Ow. Ow. Literally nukes my pet. 2 shots my pet. Oh shit. Okay, down you go.
Oh, I need to rest after that one.
Length it took to complete the old Delver journey felt about right to me. Yeah, doing delves consistently to fill your vault each week on at least your main character should get you your delve journey complete relatively comfortably. The way it looks to be balanced for Season 3 feels like if you are not doing delves on alts, you are just gimped. Which I'm not sure I agree with. Filling your vault every week with delves should be enough to comfortably progress you in the journey. I don't think there should be the requirement for you to be doing it on alts to feel as if you keep up with the journey. Like I said, there's a possibility that not getting Delver Journey bonus on completion of a delve is a bug. Because it feels like quite a harsh change. That your only way to get Delver's Journey progression is to open that chest, which also requires you to have a key. But maybe they saw far too many people skip opening the chests. Because they'd completed their journey, they outgeared what came out of them, and they didn't need the journey, they didn't need, like, brand experience because he was capped. Like, I don't know. And maybe they saw too many people just doing the delves for the vault. I don't know. Seems sus to me. I'm easily sussed by Blizzard these days. You're limited to 6 keys a week, so you need at least 4 weeks. You even do a full vault every week. What? Vault only requires you to complete the delve. It's the journey that requires you to open the box. Which, like I said, because there's no journey progress by just completing the delve, it forces you to have to open the boxes whilst you're still continuously doing the journey. Which forces you to grind out more keys than you may need to or want to. Which kind of pushes more people to do world quests for a lot longer. I don't see any strict advantage to it. It purely feels like either a recalculation to drive further engagement and to slow people down with their journey. Or it's a bug and completing a delve should give you some journey progress. But I don't know if people even realise, but there was journey caps in Season 2 as well. You could get to a point, if you were doing it aggressively and doing it on alts, Loot Fever probably knows this, because I remember him doing a shitload of them. But there was points in the journey in Season 2 where you just couldn't get any more. You were capped until a certain point. Now, not many people hit that cap. So maybe this is their way to adjust the thresholds a bit, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't think it was particularly quick in Season 2. The journey felt slower in Season 2 than it did in Season 1. But no bounty, no journey progress, yeah. Which means you've only got 4 opportunities for journey progress a day. with your bountiful delves. And you are going to need a key for each one of those. Thoughts on Midnight? Surely they're doing a stat squish. Makes me think there is less value in getting high item level gear. Depends how the stat squish works. Anytime they've done a stat squish here historically, or any sort of scaling, is usually busted in some way. I wouldn't be so sure. Depends how they do the scaling. Alright, that Sandweaver needs to die first. But regarding Midnight, I've got no impressions about it yet. We know nothing about it. But yeah, you're right. A stat squish almost has to happen at this point. Our item level is getting ridiculous. And if you think about what it would take for, you know, if we're going to end, let's just say 720 is like reasonably geared by the end of this season. Green gear dropping from the new zone is green world gear has got to be 750 at least. Meaning by the time you ding max level in Midnight, you've got to be looking at 800, 850 at least. And that's before you even start. Right? 850 item level before you even get going. There's got to be a squish. There's got to be a squish. We can't have item level 1000 plus gear like in the first season of Midnight. It's just ridiculous. We're already going to be doing 10 mil sustained DPS by the end of this patch. You can get a maximum of 1,800 journey progress per week per character, and then 1,500 per week per account because of the weekly quest. And one level takes 4,200. So 1,500 off your 4,200. Then you've got, yeah, you need to be basically doing a lot of delves. Like, regardless of the maths, you've got to be doing a lot of delves just to unlock rank 2 in the journey. Now let's not forget how many ranks there actually are in the journey. There's a fuckload of delves, I think, to complete the journey this season. I don't know what the, you know, it felt about right to do it last time. I usually would do, I think I was doing 3 11s for the Gilded and probably filling the rest of the vault with bountifuls at rank 8 throughout most of the week. And I finished the journey in what felt like a reasonable amount of time last season. I wasn't particularly doing anything on alts, but I felt I was doing a reasonable amount on my main. But apparently that wasn't enough to finish the journey for Season 3. Maybe playing this game nearly full time wasn't enough. You've got a torch. That should be the last one. Happy days. Can I sneaky around here maybe? We try and not aggro the big dude. Do I have camo? Nope, I've not spec'd into camo. Brand don't do brand things. Brand's done brand things. Brand doing brand things. Alright, we can nuke this thing pretty fast. On Bran. Out of the way. Go. Brand and brand things? No, we're fine.
That's more like it.
Underlord Victus defeated. Right, boss time. What does this dude do? He does a frontal and then he burrows, doesn't he? And then he kind of chases you. But he doesn't really do a lot that I'm that fussed about. Swarm? What did Swarm do? Just slightly tickles you. Tickles your pickles. That's fine. That's comfortable. So item level now. My item level's not as big as it actually is, but like 683. If I put my highest item level gear on, it's 686 or something like that, but that sort of deletes set bonuses and stuff, so. I'm not going to be super geared for a while, because I don't do the raid or Mythic Plus, so. I mean, I think it's pretty geared by today's standards, but it's, people are going to slingshot past me by the time they've done some Mythic Plus and some raids. That was relatively comfortable. Although apparently we did rock our cheat death off something. I don't know how the hell that happened.
Nice fight.
Boom. Right, that's our gildeds for the week at least. What's that? 21 gilded now? Yeah, that's actually good. Oh, you see now not giving you the map so quickly slows everything down, because it's also going to slow down my ability to make crafted gear. Because at only 21 gilded a week right now, that means it's going to take 3 weeks instead of 2 to get enough gilded to create a piece of crafted gear, which is going to throw you out of sync from when you get sparks and stuff. Yeah, it's clearly a very tactical choice to screw with people. Oh, we got another shrieking thing though. That's handy. Upgrade to our Hatterang. Big chunk of experience for Bran. 3 or 4 curio. More undercoins. Capped on flipping Valor Stones again. Now for our gear. What do we want? We wanted helm or braces. Helm or braces would be nice. Ring? I can take a ring. That replaces, it's flipping verse mastery. It's stinky stats, but it does replace our crafted piece of, does replace our crafted ring. Short term at least, until we can upgrade our crafted ring. Oh, you know what I haven't been doing? I haven't been tracking which reputations I've been getting rep for, because I've just got rep with the Weavers, with the Ashgahet faction. But interestingly, I only got 440 rep with them. Is that because it splits across all 3? It's 440 times 3, 1200. It's 1220, isn't it? Okay. Tactical choice to make you play non-stop until midnight. 3 to 4 weeks in Season 3 to be reasonably geared. Then Remix, then Alpha, then Beta, then Housing, then... yeah. I got to fit in some Battlefield 6 in the middle of this somewhere. Some BF6 is going to be definitely on the cards when that comes out. for sure. Is it possible to get rank 2 renown and start getting delve maps this week? Oh, it's possible. You just need enough alts. You just need enough alts and you need enough keys. It takes 23 tier 11s, tier 11 bountifuls to do it. So if you do 4 a day on like 3 characters, it will take you 2 days. It's just a lot of tier 11s and it requires your alts to have good gear as well. It's definitely possible. It's just a slog without it. Like without alts, what is it, 4 a day? Only 8, 11s don't work. 11s give you less journey progress than 8s. Let me see if I can find, got the numbers for it somewhere. Yeah, it's 23 11s. It would be even more 8s. I don't know what the maths is for 8s. 8s give you 200 journey experience. 11s give you 300. So 11s are worth like 50% more. You'd have to do 30 tier 8s, maybe. 30 tier 8 bountifuls. Or you unlock maps. I can't actually share that because it's a post in a private Discord. But it's yeah, you might be more efficient doing 8s. I mean, you know, you need to just do as many delves as you can on as many alts as you've got at the highest difficulty you can do until you've unlocked it, really. Because every week that you go without having access to the maps is a big kick in the teeth from both a gilded crest perspective and also access to hero gear. Now, this doesn't make any difference if you like do a lot of Mythic Plus or you do it like high-end raiding where you get gilded crests and stuff anyway. This is just for players like me that kind of stick to delves and, you know, dabble in a few dungeons here and there. It kind of, you know, your mid-core players, it kind of gimps us pretty hard. Let's upgrade our curios. Hatterang gets an upgrade, which is nice. That's what we wanted. Right, one more, I think. One more bountiful today. Oh, curio thingy in the corner there. Sneaky, sneaky. Where'd it go?
Nice find.
Oh, 10k rep for Bran. We take that. Let's just fly to wherever the next one is. A few item levels on our ring from that one. Delve map equals hero drop 100%. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Like, it's your access. It's for delve players. For delvers, it's one of 2 of your hero track gear options per week is your map. So taking it and hiding it behind journey, seasonal journey progress is going to slow those players down with their gearing until they get it. Which is why some of us are looking to do what is necessary to unlock it as soon as possible, so that I don't lose weeks worth of gilded crests, which are already very scarce, and hero track gear, which is also very scarce without doing M+ or raids. Where's the flight path round here? The sinkhole is the last one I need to do today.
More work.
Oh dear. Right, time to fly. Quick ad break. Back in 2. Okie dokie. Alright, the sinkhole. What's this? Lurking Terror. Oh, is this an underwater one? Oh, we got Noggin Fogger. We're fine. Best toy. How do we get down here? Zoom! The abyssal waters have receded, leaving fiends and attracting profiteers. Does that mean there's no water in it? Please be no water. Huh. No water. Beautiful. We take that. Stupid water. Drowning me 50 times last season. Okay, let's give it a go. Oh, these flipping illusions ruined my week last time. Remember these. Yeah, this one's actually going to be slightly annoying because stuff targets me. And I need things not to target me. Okay, oh my god, Pet's got nuked as well. Okay, this is feeling sketch to begin with. We pulled 2 mobs and nearly died. Okay. Might need to play it a little bit easier in this one. Bran, heals. Bran, heals. Bran, heals. Interrupt the necrotic bolt. That doesn't sound very good at all. Although I can't interrupt all of them. Okay, yeah, that doesn't sting too bad.
Get out of the way!
What are we even doing in here? Killing the manipulators. I'm kind of glad to see the back of some of the Undermine specific Nemesis boss things. The what was the one that keeps spawning friends every time? That if you don't absolutely nuke the shit out of it, it just keeps spawning a second, third, fourth copy of itself. Oh, that thing drove me insane. Until you were like so overgeared. I think you could probably interrupt one of its casts or something, but you know how I play the game. I'm not paying attention half the time. But these Nemesis bosses seem far more, or what are they called? Yeah, just Nemesis allies. Feel far more friendly to deal with. Brian, you're doing a good job of not giving me potions until I'm dead, my son. Public service announcement. Don't use any items you get to summon the boss until you have Delver's Journey rank 2. Yeah, because it won't give you a map even if you force spawn it, yeah. I've got a couple of those now. I've been quite lucky. I think I've had 2 of them drop. Yeah, I've had 2 of them drop already. But yeah, they're banked until we get some journey progress. I wonder actually if we'll end up capping on crests even before we've finished or reached rank 2 of the journey by doing 11s. Actually, it might be more straightforward and efficient to just do 8s, even though you're burning keys on 8s. The gear you get out the box at the end is the same. You get slightly less crests, but when we're capped on crests anyway, there's a good chance doing that many delves you're going to hit the cap before you've done enough delves either way. And getting experience for Bran, while it's important to push him to level 100, he never really seems that powerful in the first place, does he? If I can do 8s in like half the time I can do 11s, it does make it worth doing 8s instead. Even taking a little bit of a sacrifice on the Bran experience. Because if we cap on crests, we cap on crests, we cap on crests. How long does it take you to do 11? I mean, I'm not timing them, but just take a quick look on the VOD over on YouTube when I started the last one and how long it took me to finish it. I don't know exactly. But doing 8s in easy mode might be more straightforward, just to get these first 20 or 30 bountifuls of the season done. After that point, once we've got the maps, we can go into normal mode again. But
That's more like it.
been watching the new Alien Earth show. What's that on? Netflix? That Netflix thing? Not heard of it. I don't watch telly though. Genuinely don't watch telly. This is gonna hurt. I'm nearly dead. Bran, you haven't got my back, son. You ain't got my back at all here. Bran, can you get this big fucking bug off my ass? Pet do pet things. Bran, give me heals. Holy shit. No! No enragey abilities things. No terrifying screechy things. Alright, we've got to get that thing out of the way. He's a pest. Oh, if we pulled a manipulator at the same time. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Give it another 10, 15 item levels and these will be an absolute cakewalk anyway. It's only a pain in the ass because it's literally day 1 of the season. It'll all be good. It'll all be good. It's time to get some cardio in. Cardio? It's 10 o'clock at night. Damn. Good effort. Just get into a really stressful dungeon. That'll keep your heart rate up. It's probably not the cardio your body needs, though. It's on Disney Plus, or on the well, everything's on the high seas. I think Mrs. Manthus has got access to all of these things, so. Open the time walking underworld cache, got a cloak. Sparked my heart rate, no doubt. Yeah, I did the time walking raid earlier. Full clear of it. Found a group that was doing a full clear. Did it while I was eating some food. I think I got 2 capes out of it. So for fuck's sake. Nothing of any great importance. You get time walking gear. Yeah, cape. That was something. Oh, there you go. Another cape. Chest piece that I've not equipped because it clashes with set, but could be good catalyst bait. Maybe not even great catalyst bait because it's still 1 of 8 champion. Catalyst bait, we want a piece of hero track gear, really. Did I equip anything from time walking? Shoulders, maybe? I got something that I put on. What was it? I got something that we put on. Maybe I didn't. Oh yeah, of course. Out the box, I got the hero weapon. Yeah, I was actually chuffed with this. Hero gun was a good one to pull out of that. I think I slightly lucked out on that one. Made up for the 2 capes I got whilst running the damn place. Oh, these are the stupid make everything the other color thing, aren't they? Ta-da! I'm a genius.
Fantastic!
Yeah, the time walking raid though, if you haven't done it, it's an absolute cakewalk. The bosses actually melt. Bosses were dying so fast, there was people that weren't even getting to the boss before the bosses were dead. Actually slightly annoyingly so, because if you accidentally died for whatever reason, like and somebody doesn't res you, your run back will basically almost cost you the kill of a boss, which was stupid annoying because people felt the need to speedrun it. But yeah, bosses just absolutely fall over right now. It could be because it's being blasted by some like Giga Chads because it's day one, but bosses were getting absolutely melted. First boss takes half of the time. Yeah, it genuinely does. Driving those flipping tanks about takes just as long as doing the rest of the entire raid. But considering every boss drops champion gear and the box at the end of it drops a hero piece of gear, absolutely worth doing unless you're already like fully season 3 Giga Chad geared.
Fantastic!
Fine. I've spawned a bunch of bonus portals. But yeah, I know there's often the meta for these time walking things is to get a skip just to the final boss. I would genuinely just run the whole thing. It took like less than half an hour and every boss just fell over. And you're probably going to get 4 pieces of champion gear out of it. So it's about the equivalent of 4 pinnacle chests. So even on alts, where you can basically get an invite to a group easy peasy, it's I can see a lot of people actually thinking about it. Running the time walking raid on a bunch of alts is probably a really effective use of time this week. If they need to play sort of a gear catch up, some 681 gear, probably 4 pieces of it on a lot of alts is going to be like, yep, equip every one of those. As long as you don't get flipping capes, obviously. How rare are the pets from the wriggling chest? Got 1, no other on the auction house. Listed it for 400k. Not sure if it's a sensible price. You get 1 pet per week. Full stop. 1 pet per week. I am 90% certain that that is factual. I did 10. I ran the thing 10 times. Opened 10 chests earlier today. Got pet on the first one, then 9 duds. Either the chance for the pets after your first box is incredibly low, or it's not possible at all. And nobody else has said to me that they've had a second pet from doing the Eco Dome this week or today, so it's a 1 a week job. So yeah, for this first week, it will be pricey. I might do a little video on that tomorrow. I kind of want to give it 24 hours so that, you know, we see how many hit the market. Especially because there'll be an influx of people that do the Eco Dome today because it's reset day. But then the supply of those pets will not completely dry up, but, you know, people only get 1 shot at it a week. They do it on Wednesday. They post it on Wednesday. They sell it on Wednesday, maybe. then you got 6 days of the week without much sort of new stuff turning up. So I was going to give it a day just to try and see how... oh shit, is this the boss? I just fucking realised what we're doing here. Is this the boss? Don't get hit by the tentacles. I genuinely suspect there's going to be some realms where you, like, the variancy in price of these is going to be bananas. I'm hoping that people will post some screenshots of any sales they make on them, so that we can kind of get some rough estimations of what people are able to sell them for. But 400k seems, I mean, mine's listed for $1 million. I was just like, there was 2 other people that also were doing the same. So I'm like, well, pick a big number and double it. Get 1 per week. Might as well go for it, you know. Got the pet earlier, reminded me. Still in my bags. Bought one for 10k. Yeah, see, there we go. If you pay attention. I mean, I know Valkyr has some slightly more sophisticated than most sniper systems set up, but it's yeah, you'll spot them relatively cheaply on the occasional server, because there'll be no there just won't be one listed, I reckon, and people have to just kind of like pick a number. And some people think anything over 10k for a pet is ludicrous, and so they might pick 10k. I would equally say, though, that you want to get shot at them quickly as well. Because next week, there'll be a huge new influx of them once again. And then the week after, there'll be even more of them. So this is something where the supply is probably going to ramp over the next few weeks until, you know, until they sort of find their balance point. And enough goblins just buy them to resell them.
I know just how to deal with this one.
Okay, well that was our last bountiful for the day. This dude at least, anyway. More rune crests.
That's more like it.
Wait, what was that? Trinket. Warbound trinket. Rip magical essence out of your target, consume it, dealing a bunch of damage whilst granting you a bunch of your lowest secondary stat. The target was ethereal, your highest secondary stat is increased instead. Okay. Not useful for me, but good for an ult. Slam that on an ult. Bit of an item level bump for an ult. What do we get in the big chest? That boots. Pair of boots. I mean, crit haste or haste mastery. Crit haste is technically better, but they are. It's a free upgrade. Ethereal energy converter 4 of 4. Starting to get the epic ones already. I think that's just lucky. Sands of Koresh. I used this Sands of Koresh. This one didn't seem too bad. Makes a little swirlies. Good for making death balls.
That's more like it.
Bunch of brand experience, and we are done. Yeah, so what's that? 4 out of like 24 bountifuls I need to do. I'm kind of going to need to keep up with the keys. That's the thing that's going to cuck me, isn't it? flipping restored coffer keys. I've only got 3 of it. I can do tomorrow's bountifuls, and then I'm spent on these things. Yeah, weirdly, I actually think on cap on ruined eternal crests way before I do enough bountifuls. So dropping down to 8s for the next few days will make the process quicker. We don't lose anything from a gear perspective, I don't think, dropping down to 8s.
I understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not rush.
Done Theatre Troop, etc. and lighting the 4 browsers and Hallowfall. They give 25, 50 keys, I think. 50 shards per. Is that what it is? Yeah, I need to fly around and do just like weekly stuff. Just, you know, tick the boxes. Basically tick all of this stuff. We just need, yeah, I need to spend, you know, a couple of hours and just go and do things. That will keep our keys up. Just haven't got around to doing that yet. Where do we turn in the... Where's the... Oh. You have a question mark, but you don't have a question mark. What's this give us? A regular pinnacle cache?
Keep your eyes on the horizon.
Oh, half a spark. We take that. Veteran ring. Yeah, pinnacle caches aren't really going to give us anything we really want to use, I don't think. But restored coffer key. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're actually after. Okay. Do I, considering I've been playing this game way too much today, call it there? Or do I bang out some world quests? Or do some of those weekly things? Time is it? 10:30. Okay. No theatre's on the hour, isn't it? Do we do the thing down in this thing?
And be heard.
Assembling the machine. That's a 5-minute job, isn't it? That's a 5-minute. Keep going, subathon. Well, you know what? If they hadn't time gated remix, I might have done it for remix. Might have done a subathon for remix, but I've never done a subathon, and I don't really think I probably will. It doesn't feel like my thing. That annoyed me. Time gating remix. Yeah, that's gonna grind my gears. I know it is. I know that is because it's going to distinctively take away. Well, I remember me and you absolutely blasted remix at the beginning, and it's obviously along with many other people, but I wanted to do the monkey grind. Yeah, exactly, like that. Being able to just work on it and go for it was kind of fun. The fact that they're going to be like, yeah, for the first 2 weeks, you have 1 raid and your gear is capped. I'm like, you son of a bitch. I was able to put 60 to 80 hours a week into Mists of Pandaria remix for the first couple of weeks, for probably the best part of a month. Now they're going to artificially slow you down.
Keep the gears turning.
We'll have to see how it feels. We'll have to see how it feels. If they get it right, it'll be fine. But
Watch my back while I commune with the machine.
I really, 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 really hate Blizzard's overabundant use of time gating in the last year or two. Arbitrary time gating. I'm not against all forms of time gating, time gating has its purpose as it keeps, you know, from an end game progression perspective, time gating keeps players roughly within the same sort of power banding, so that even players that put in a lot of effort don't get, you know, significantly further ahead than others. It keeps the, you know, it keeps the upper echelon and the casuals in a somewhat similar pacing. Now, there is an element of time gating that's not totally terrible, but when it's predominantly focused around, you know, single player activities or a game mode that is strictly time restricted, Remix is only going to be here for 3 months, you know, in the first place. To then go put hard time gates on your progress, it's just real stinky. I could grind the monkeys for days because I got stronger each time. Yeah, literally every you know, you'd play Remix for an hour, you'd get stronger. If you played Remix for 8 hours, you'd get stronger. The problem with it now is that you're going to reach a point and you are not going to get any stronger. They're going to cap your progress. And that's gonna turn many players away. They'll be like, oh, I'm done now. And look what happens with, like, Visions, for example. Visions, which they decided to time gate, was one where a lot of people probably did a bunch of stuff in week 1 and then hit the wall and they were like, nah, I'm done now. See, I'll go do something else. And you're not going to have that same drive to go back to it the week after or 2 weeks later. I wish I could resist FOMO. I think Remix will be more fun if you join 1 month in. You can never beat the initial like, because it will still feel like an expansion launch. There'll still be that initial blast. The first week will still be really fun, but when you hit that artificial wall where the game will basically turn around to you and say, come back in 2 weeks, a lot of players at that point will be done, I feel. Or your option will be to continue playing because you want to play more, and it will be to grind out the bronze for the cosmetics, but you'll be grinding out the bronze in the least efficient way possible because you'll be the least geared because they've capped your gear. Much like in Mop Remix, my advice to players was usually play the game until you're gear capped, until you've got max item level gear. In Mop Remix, I usually suggested people spend their bronze on their gear because most people did not realize just how much your power scaled, and that directly affected your ability to get bronze in Mop Remix. When you were like absolutely smashing the pants out of everything and soloing raids, your ability to get bronze on a daily basis was just joke level easy. But right at the very beginning, if you dinged 70 in Mop Remix and then decided that you didn't care about the power progression, you just wanted the cosmetics, you were having a real hard time farming the bronze because you just weren't very strong. I don't know, I wonder if the artifact weapon system will be kind of, dare I say, Island Expedition like grindable. Even if they cap the item level of your gear, that you can still work towards ever increasing your power, your threads in essence, via gaining this infinite power for your artifact. Maybe that's a way to have an item level cap and phase the event, but still not make it like a hard, you know, wall that you'll hit. I don't know, we'll see. Time gating it because there'll be a huge gap of nothing between now, Remix, and midnight. Yeah, I was talking about this the other day. Like, I look at the next 6 months and I'm like, it's going to be mental busy. But I'm looking at it through the eyes of, like, content creator perspective, right? I look at it through the eyes of somebody that cares passionately about the alpha and the beta phase.
Stay safe out there.
Most players couldn't really care less about the alpha and the beta. A, because they may not necessarily get into them. And B, because, well, it's just reading a few Wowhead posts for a couple of days and watching your favourite streamer. It doesn't change how you go out and play the game. Oh. Well, that... Oh, okay, that gives you 50 coffer shard keys. That's better than nothing. The irony is that's why I'm doing this now, apparently. The keys. They seem to not understand why Remix was popular, instead focusing on reducing player power. Yeah. Yeah, I hope it's not misguidance, and I hope it's just been like the fact that we don't know enough about how it's going to work yet. But it very, 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 very scares me that they've decided to phase Remix. Because like I said, one of the reasons why I personally found it really enjoyable was that you could absolutely blast it. You could blast it, and if you blasted it for an hour or you blasted it for 8 hours, you got stronger. And there was nothing really stopping you from continuously progressing until you'd quote-unquote completed it. And considering it was a limited time event, I don't see anything wrong with that. You can argue in the retail version of the game that content is somewhat designed to last over a period of time until they develop something new. But even still, I'm like, well, you know. Is it on the PTR yet? Well, when the 10.2 PTR does come out, they did state that we'd be able to see some of Legion Remix on the PTR. So hopefully then people will be able to have a little bit of a poke around and see what's what. But the likelihood is they'll give you like the PTR will probably be like the first phase example. There's no doubt it'll still be really fun. It'll still be really fun. If it's anything even remotely as fun as Mop Remix, it'll be really fun. I'm going to cheat ever so slightly. I'm going to do just the quests that give me the rewards I'm after. Because I should probably go to bed. I've been playing this game far too much today. Belladar's Blessing. Taking back our power. Why does that not show on my list? Anything to declare? Oh, because these are Koresh ones. Oh, okay, so there's only one quest out in the open that's given me any stuff here. The other two are in Koresh. Have I not? Oh, I didn't do my Koresh world quests, did I? Feels silly doing my Koresh world quests when all they do is give me flipping Valor Stones. What renown are we right now? 10 and a bit. 10 and a bit. Ha! We get a key at 12. And I'm going to need that key. Nah, you know what? I think I'm going to call it, boys and girls. I've been playing this game way too much today. Legion Remix looks cool. Day 1 of Season 3 is up and running. We're starting to find our feet. Eco Dome does not give more than 1 pet per week by the looks of things. The price of the pets are still bananas. Where's my little shopping list? price of the pets is still a little bit loopy-loopy. And I'm going to be honest with you, I play on Draenor, one of the biggest servers in the entire EU. That is one guild's worth of pets. It is clear as day. Either most people don't know that those pets can be sold, or people haven't done it yet. That is an incredibly small amount of pets to be listed on the auction house day one of... Yeah, that's a very small amount by my calculations. Some wildly different prices for these as well. The next few days are going to be pretty funny. We have discovered the fact that we are going to need to do a remarkable amount of delves in order to hit the journey limits to be able to unlock the maps for the week. Where's me? We need to hit 2. You may acquire the Delver's bounties from Bountiful Delves once per week. Bountiful Delves have a chance to reward a Delver's bounty once per week. We're going to have to hit this as soon as possible, really. As soon as possible in order to unlock maps, because maps are a key component for our gearing strategy. If we don't unlock maps relatively quickly, we're going to have less gilded crests every week, which will mean it will take us longer to make... it will take us even longer to make any crafted pieces of gear. It will also slow down our acquisition of hero track gear as well. So, kind of quite keen to get this quickly. It's like 23 tier 11 bountiful delves or something like 30 tier 8 bountiful delves. So, yeah, we might need to do some 8s on some alts. Maybe, possibly. Who knows? Who knows? The scary thing for me is I've got tomorrow to play video games. Friday, Friday's puppy day. Oh my god, am I looking forward to Friday. Friday is puppy day. We go collect the new puppy. And then we'll see what happens at the weekend, because who knows? Who knows? We should make a group and just slam Bountiful Delves on alts. I worry that doing it in groups is not as efficient as doing it solo. It wasn't in season 2. Twos was okay in season 2, but 3, 4, 5 players, everything just turns into an outrageous bullet sponge. And it actually ends up taking way longer. Unless you're all just like 690 plus geared, but yeah, it seems to scale faster than you scale. But we should at least test it, yeah. Oh yeah, Loot Fever, sorry, we forgot to, what was it? I completely forgot. Yeah, just ping me whatever it is you want on Discord. Right, boys and girls, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much for stopping by this evening. We will be back in the morning. We'll be doing lots of delves tomorrow. Yeah, lots of delves, I think. Lots and lots of delves. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.